Hello everyone. Every time I take a week off, it feels it feels odd pressing the go live button. When I'm doing it regularly, I don't really notice it anymore. When there's a week off, it's a bit, oh God, for pressure. Hey everyone, and hey Jackie, thank you for being first, and Guna for being second, and hey Ozzy, I did hydrate. I mean, you couldn't see the hydrate, but I did hydrate. And hey Bib and Luminary, how are you all doing? I am back. By the way, if you can hear, please let me know if you hear any construction work nearby. I don't think you will, but obviously I can't tell. Because finally, they're working on the roof. And luckily, it's not this part of a house roof, it's down the other end. But every now and then I can hear a little bit of drilling and hammering. So I just thought, I'll say now, if anyone hears it, let me know. But yeah, the roof is finally starting to be fixed. It started Thursday, as far as I know. I was away Thursday. But yeah, I got back late Saturday and part of my roof was missing. So I thought, well, hopefully they've been doing stuff. Otherwise, I've got a bigger problem. But yeah, it is slowly starting to come together, which is good because that means once water stops coming into the house, or crucially, the future stream room, it can dry out fully. And one day I'm going to be streaming from a much better space than this one, which you can't see because it's, green screen covers up a lot of sins. But it will be nice. It will be nice to not have to rely on the green screen so much. But yeah, how is everyone doing? How have your weeks been? Your weekends been? I had a really nice time in London. I had beautiful weather for it, so I was very, very lucky. Our hotel, the hotel was very cheap for London, but somehow was in the perfect location. It was 2 minutes away from a train station, which was London Paddington, if you know it. So it's kind of a central train station, which meant it was very easy to get the underground. And it was also only kind of a 10-minute walk from Hyde Park, which is a beautiful park. So each morning, before my mum got up, I'd go for a walk and I'd go around Hyde Park. And because the London Marathon was on the Sunday, I would see all the people preparing for the marathon, basically. Lots of runners. You could kind of tell, not in an insulting way, you could tell which ones were the actual elite athletes and which ones were the other ones. And it was really cool to see them. And I saw one of the British Paralympians running, and it turns out he beat his own world record of a marathon yesterday. So it was cool that I saw him running Saturday morning. So yeah, that was a cool little moment. The guy, he's called Richard Fairhead, and he wears two prosthetic limbs for his legs, and he's got a very distinctive gait with the way he runs, because from what little I know of parasport, I think more runners tend to be running on one prosthetic rather than two. It makes it a lot harder. I'm guessing it's hard regardless, but from what little I've read and seen in documentaries and things, it is extra hard if you've got two prosthetics. And it was cool to watch him run because he was so fast. I mean, it's that weird thing where you're there going, somebody somewhere would go, oh, he's disabled, and you're there going, he's running faster than most people. He no doubt has limitation, or I know you can get kind of sore areas and blisters where the stump is, basically, but good grief, he was fast. I don't think I saw the first sub 2 hour guy. I say that when I was walking, every now and then, both of the days, there were this group of guys would run past me, so I only ever saw the back of their heads. So I'm kind of left going, having seen a bit of the marathon yesterday. I was thinking, that could have been him, but obviously I only ever saw the back of his head. But there was a group of them, and they were running like lightning. They were wearing Adidas stuff, so you never know. That could have been them. Hey Hannah, how are you doing? But yes, it was cool. It was I suspect Hyde Park is always full of runners when the weather's nice, but it was, you saw such a wide, diverse group of people. So yeah, that was a really good experience. And also did a fair bit of shopping. I can show them. I bought a couple of cool things ready for the stream room. I'll grab those in a second. I say I ate too much food. I didn't actually. I'd eat one main meal and then kind of scrappy snack food around the day. And weirdly, I came home and found out I'd lost weight. So I simultaneously had very good food and then kept forgetting to actually eat regular meals, while also walking between 20 and 25,000 steps a day. So there we go. Not a healthy way to lose weight, but it happened. I'll grab stuff now, actually, that's going to be for the stream room. Yeah, only small little things, but basically I'm trying to make sure that the background is going to look quite good. I'm hoping actually the green screen isn't going to completely wreck this, otherwise it's going to look horrific. Oh, well, okay, he's green. He's not see-through, funnily enough. This is a green little grumpy guy I bought at Camden Market. He's crocheted and he's in a little pot. Hold on. I'll turn the green screen off. And we can see, if I remember how to turn the green screen off. Be the settings. There we go. So there you go. You can see him clearly now. He's a cute little grumpy dude. He's going to go on one of the shelves along with a couple of other things. I know Crafton sent me some cool figurines last year, so they're going to go up there. For the sake of in case any green kind of wrecks this, we'll keep the green screen off. Then I got these cool little collage prints. So I got this one. Reflection, don't do your thing. That's not gonna... Sunlight? This is the problem with a sunny day and the layout. But anyway, as you can see, Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. And then we have Robert De Niro from Taxi Driver. And that was the thing. I kind of want part game stuff in my room, part film stuff, because that suits me, basically. Am I getting my light right? I'm not getting my light right, but you get the idea. So that's going to be in the future. Let's turn the green screen back on. Yeah, the little guy is super grumpy. That's kind of what sold him to me. I just liked the fact he was so irritated. Simply put. Hold on. Stardew, don't play music in my head. Hey Shockwave, how you doing? So yeah, there's going to be trying to collect a nice little group of bits and pieces that will make a more interesting backdrop than permanent green screen. So yeah, so it was a really good trip. What else? Don't know, just kind of, I walked around London a lot. Both me and my mum walked around London a lot. She was a trooper, because she doesn't normally walk anywhere near as much as me, and she didn't miss a beat. She kept up with it all. Also, oh, Hannah, congratulations, my watch streak. 15 streams, that's impressive. But yeah, my mum is super scared of going on a train, because she's claustrophobic, and I don't know, I think it was kind of a mental block. She went on a train years ago, like long before I was born, and then never went on a train. And she's been on a plane, because we've been on holiday, and she was wary, and then she was okay, because we've only ever been on a plane for about an hour. But she decided she'd be okay to go on the train to London, which is a 3-hour train ride. It's a nice direct route, at least. But yeah, anyway, so she got the nerve. To cut to the point, I always used to drive us to London, and then since my Crohn's, I haven't got the energy. I could drive to London, but I wouldn't be able to get a lot done once I was in London for that first day. So it was miles easier if I take the train. So she was willing to give it a shot. It was fine on my way, no issues, nothing. On my way back, we ended up getting home an hour later than planned. So it was a 4-hour train ride. A lot of the time, there was a multitude of issues. Trains kept stopping and starting and stopping and starting. And because it was quite late in the day on a Saturday evening, we started getting the drunks coming on, who were actually fine, but it was pretty loud. She didn't quite have the peak worst train experience coming back. I have had worse trains coming back, but it was kind of up there. It was top 5, and she was fine. And I think it has actually kind of broken her fear because it was a bit, oh, that's fine. My big worry was we'd get stuck and there'd be lots of delays. And guess what? We did, and nothing bad really happened. We just got home an hour late and we were tired. So yeah, it kind of worked out well, oddly. Also, we're going to get we're going to get a bit of a refund back because it turns out you get money back if a train is over an hour late. So I think it ended up really cheap. It cost us like £35 each to go to London and back, which is a bargain, especially with petrol prices. Hey, Catus, how are you doing? Thank you. Yeah, my D'Artagnan shirt. I used to love D'Artagnan as a kid. Like, seriously obsessed with D'Artagnan as a kid. But yeah, so other than that, it was pretty fine. Before we went to London, a lot of people are kind of bought into. There's a lot of right wing news. I don't know, propaganda spreading around social media. It's all kind of, if you go to London, it's full of crime. You're going to get stabbed. Your phone will get stolen the moment you step out of the station. Yeah, none of that happened. London was exactly the same as it always was when I was a kid. It was super. Yeah, it was safe. I'm guessing if you kind of waved your phone in somebody's face and went, "Go on, steal it," maybe they would have. But it was a good example of it is good to go see things for yourself rather than buy into the propaganda that goes around the internet a lot. Chris, Ozzy or Chris, whatever. You got a 40 streams. Good job. Thank you so much. That is a lot of streams to stick around. So thank you for always being here. The flag waves, yeah. There's a lot of right-wing rhetoric going around. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you for the stream streak. I've been on the train since I was 13, unless you count the tram at the airport. Yeah, that makes sense. I go on trains kind of semi. Well, not that often these days, but kind of semi-often. I used to, in my early 20s, I was in a relationship with a guy who lived in Manchester, which is about a 5-hour train ride from me. So I did that a lot. But in recent years, I do tend to drive a bit more. But for a 3 hour, I like taking a train to London. You end up right in the centre of a city, and it's so much more convenient. Basically, everyone in the world is safer than the news travel guides would have you believe. Exactly, Guna. Yeah. I mean, I posted something on my Facebook yesterday because, rightly or wrongly, some of the people on my Facebook, which can be relatives or my mum's friends. Luckily, my mum does not share the views of a lot of her friends. And some other, yeah, we all know what Facebook's like. So I posted a thing that was basically, this is what social media would have you think. Everyone's going to be really miserable and awful in London. There was a tube strike on the first day we were there, so the news was making it sound like the world was ending and you were never going to get anywhere at any point, and it'd be hell on earth. And obviously, the moment you got your phone out, it will be gone, and you'd probably get stabbed along the way. None of those things happened. The tube strike was, I'm sure, a problem depending on the line you needed, but there was always an alternative, and we just walked, and it was fine. It was really quite pleasant. I remember going on the tube a lot as a kid. It never works 100% reliably anyway. So it was kind of the same, but slightly, with a couple of announcements of going, oh, this line's suspended. And everyone was friendly. Everyone I spoke to in a shop, maybe it was because I was friendly and I smiled at them, but everyone was genuinely friendly to me. I was wearing a Chocobo t-shirt that I think I've worn on stream a couple of times, and a guy in Selfridges, which is a very upmarket shop, a department store that can be a little bit pretentious at times, and he was serving me and he just went, oh, I love your t-shirt. And then we had a nice little chat about nerdy things. And I went back the next day for something else, and he was still there. And then we got talking about the new Mandalorian film. And it was all a reminder that, don't believe the social media hype. London is a very nice place if you put the effort in. I suspect if you go in and you're miserable, they're going to be miserable. But I found just being nice to people, funny enough, paid off. Hey Mel, how are you doing? I should go to London again someday. I've only been once, and it was on a single day trip by bus. Not quite the best way to visit. No, no, that's going to be a frantic one. Yeah, you need a few days in London. To be honest, I think you need a lifetime in London to see everything, but you certainly need a few days. Um, I love that it always feels like I see something different in London. I always have a different experience because the last few years, this was my first in a long time proper trip. In March, I had a day to meet up with Spoofy and Treacle. Last year, I had a day there to meet up with Spoofy and Tim. And then before the pandemic, I went with a friend for a few days, and I went with my mum to see Hamilton. But when I was a kid, we used to go all the time, like seriously, probably about once a month, because my dad had relatives there. And yeah, I really love London. I kind of am there. If I could go back, if I could have the confidence I do now, I would very much have liked to have gone to university in London because it would have been great to study in London. But when I was 17, 18 and had to make these decisions, I was a terrified kid basically who looked and went, "Oh, I don't want to live in a big city." So I didn't. Uh, but yeah, it's a cool city. I like it a lot. I'm good. A bit sleepy. Just waiting for my nuggets to cook so I can eat and sleep. Ooh, enjoy your nuggies. And hey, J. Luz, how are you doing? But yeah, anyway, that's my little ramble of the wonders of London. Because yeah, I do like it, and it gets a bad reputation. And I could go down some very, I'm not going to go political, but I could go down some routes as to why people are very anti-London at the moment. I mean, again, I'll go slightly political. At the moment, London has a fairly left-wing, crucially Muslim mayor who isn't going to be the greatest. Yeah, is there ever a leader that is perfect? But it's an interesting one to look and think. People are suddenly very anti-London on social media, and you can, yeah, there's something going on there. But for me, I would recommend London. Um, but definitely be nice to you. Don't go and be miserable. I don't think anyone here would be, but I swear it has a bad reputation for being full of miserable people because people go into it and are miserable. It's a kind of self-fulfilling prophecy. And you got dino-shaped nuggies. Nice. They definitely taste better. People are racist poop heads. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah. So yeah, hold on, just quickly checking. That's right. All right, I had to check my work emails a sec because my roundup of the best gaming headsets finally went up. I submitted about a month ago and it's finally gone online. So now I'm having to check in with lots of PRs, sending them the link and going, "Hey, thanks for this." Well, thinking, please don't say you don't like that I gave your headset 4 stars instead of 5. But touch wood, it's been fine. On that note, this headset is probably going to go back to its owner at some point soon, which is horrible because I love it. But it costs £600, so I can't see them letting me keep it. I can hope. I don't think they're going to let me keep a £600 headset. It'd be interesting to visit London. I've only been to Heathrow. See, I haven't been to Heathrow, guys. The only airport in the UK I've ever been to is a very small one. I've never been to any of the major airports in London. Not in London, in the UK. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to keep it, but I'm not going to complain because I'm definitely going to get to keep a handful of headsets, and I don't need. Who needs a handful of headsets? So at least I'm going to be able to pick and choose which one I'm going to use. But it's a shame I won't get to keep the expensive one because it sounds so good. But £600, so there's no way I'm buying it. Heathrow was scary, not going to lie. I'm not much of a traveller. Yeah, it does look. There are so many different terminals to Heathrow, that's the thing. Because the place I go to only has. Has it got 2 terminals? I'm starting to think it might only have 1 terminal. I think it does only have 1 terminal. Because it's kind of one that just serves my area of the country. So yeah, I think it's only got 1 terminal. That is how tiny it is. So I think Heathrow would kind of. I'd be okay with Heathrow because I'm used to airports now. But yeah, Heathrow is basically a shopping centre with a few planes. That's it. Yeah, I think a lot of airports are, aren't they? I know Charles de Gaulle feels a bit like that. There are so many shops. Amsterdam Amsterdam's smaller, but it's still weird how train stations and airports and stuff are so focused on here is all the stuff you can buy. By the way, that's where you need to go if you're travelling somewhere. No worries, Catters. Take care. Does the article also include IEMs, perchance? They don't know, but it's not going to be for your kind of because you're good at audio stuff. It's pretty. The focus is gaming headsets, which outside of this one, which is a genuinely I've listened to music on it and it sounds really good. Gaming headsets are always quite bass heavy and different from your kind of audiophile headphones. So no, they're pretty much all headsets and one pair of earbuds, which I've worn a few times on stream. The Still Serious Game Buds. But yeah, not the kind of thing you're looking for. If you want, I am happy to send you through the link later, but I don't. Yeah, it's not going to cater for your interest, and it is very mainstream because I only got a chance to write a couple of paragraphs per thing. It's not. Yeah, it's all a different angle of what they're looking for. Don't move me. Singapore airport is crazy like that. Shopping, hotels, short stay hotels, parks. I can imagine. I would love to be able to travel that way. Yeah, I think it's going to be Europe for me for a while, which I'm not going to complain because once upon a time it was nowhere. But it would be good and probably terrifying to go somewhere way bigger. Gotcha, thanks. I'd be interested to read it. No worries, I'll send you through the link, Bib. I am a worst self-promoter possible because what happens is I don't self-promote. I'm there thinking nobody wants to read that. So, I mean, I shared the World of Warcraft review when that went up last month, was it? Yeah, I think it was March. But anything else, I'm a bit, oh, you don't care about what I do. Having said that, I've been working on a massive web hosting project. Nobody is getting that inflicted on them because it is very dry and very dull and very necessary. It's not the kind of work I'm going to be very pleased to get paid, but it's not going to be the kind of work where I'm going to show off and go, look at these wondrous words, because they're not really wondrous words, they're functional. But yeah, I have been yapping long enough that we have ads coming up in a minute. So I'm going to keep yapping, and we're going to stick on ads for a moment, get those out of the way, and then we're going to dive into Stardew. I'm a little bit worried I'm running out of Stardew. I mean, depends on your definition, but I feel like our time is coming to a not this week, but I think soon we're gonna have to say farewell to Stardew, and I'm gonna feel a little bit lost because it has been a lot of fun. I mean, I played it for 100 hours nearly, and also it's been very good for the stream. It's a bit scary switching to a new game, but I think it's going to happen. But having said that, because I wanted to have a bit of a purpose, I did do a little bit of research to work out what we're going to focus on. So the key thing is we're going to make some void mayonnaise at some point to try and keep a goblin happy. That will make sense if you played Stardew, maybe. And then we're also going to start working on things like I want to build a fish pond. We want to try and get some ancient fruit. We're getting into kind of the minutiae of the game. And I'm going to try and be focused. Inevitably, I'll get distracted because it's me. I'm going to start working on Date Everything again this weekend. I want to get the achievements. That is a crazy game, isn't it? I've seen a few streams of it. It's a game I really enjoy watching. I would probably never play it, but it is wild. But yeah, it's going to be a shame to say goodbye to Stardew. I will feel a little bit lost. I haven't quite worked out what we're going to move on to next. There are a lot of options. I might yet put a poll up in the Discord because I don't know. I don't know what to focus on. And I have a few ideas, but you know, it's good to get some opinions. Sorry, just double checking something. But yeah, how was everyone else's weekend been? Did you all have a good time? Because mine was just fun. I got back late. I got back gone 10 p.m. Saturday, kind of stared into the void and then went to bed. Sunday, I just kind of did things like caught up on kind of washing, cleaning, all the things to try and get back on track. But I'm in a really good mood, so it feels good. And the weather is so nice, and the roof is getting done. I have no complaints. It's so fun, and it was a gift from Val, because I feel bad not finishing it, because it was so kind of him to send it. Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. I feel like that with a couple of games. Like I remember a while back, Bernie gave me a copy of Final Fantasy 16, and I really need to play that. I know I'll love it. It's just trying to fit in, basically. And also, I know Spoofy gave me a copy of Project Zomboid about a year and a half ago. I haven't played it. I have a feeling she bought it for herself at the same time and then also didn't play it, which makes me feel a bit better. But it's like that when people give you stuff where you want to play it anyway, and you're there going, but I really should, because, oh, what if they don't think I love it? And I'm there going, I love it, it's just I have ADHD, I don't have a brain. Hey, Arc Editor, how are you doing? I spent the day in the garden on Saturday. Hard work, but satisfying. Especially jet washing the patio. Ooh, jet washing. I want to jet wash our patio. I'm very tempted to get a jet wash. We're still having big sleep troubles here, so things have felt bad. I made a call to cut some of the hours from Zach's appointment to see if it helped. Oh, I hope it helps, Mel. We're going to go into ads any moment, so I do apologise. I'll probably keep chatting, to be honest. But if you're stuck in ads, I do apologise. Hey Lou, how you doing? It's my first jet washer. It's so much fun. Yeah, I'm tempted. Been doing some garden tidying also. Ooh, good job, Hannah. Yeah, we have quite a big area that's kind of a patio. It's a courtyard area, really. And at the moment, it's kind of chaos because of the roofing work, and we've had other work done to it. It needs me to tidy up a lot of rubble and things. And I'm so tempted. Oh, Gunnar, I'm sorry. I hope your back improves soon. Enjoy your lie down, and hopefully see you soon. But yeah, I want to get a jet wash on my patio, is my thinking. It feels like it's going to be such a satisfying job. I don't know if it's just because I've seen too much Power Wash Simulator. The only thing I have to be aware of is our patio is on part of it is on a slight slope, which means the water goes straight down to my next door neighbour, who I get on with's drive, and then kind of pools by their front door. So I need to be aware of that when I'm washing. But yeah, we got ads underway, but I'm just gonna catch up. But yeah, Mel, I'm sorry about the sleep choice. Not sleeping is kind of. I find you can get away with not eating and even not drinking as much as you should. Not sleeping is the true killer, where it just wipes you out so much. So I'm sorry. I hope it settles down soon. And Lou, I'm sorry you're stressed as well. That you got a lot going on at the moment. I keep saying it, but you really have. I spent my day working at a gaming expo in the tabletop area and getting blasted by the bass from a main event stage right next. Ooh. That sounds. The start of that sentence sounded a lot of fun, and then thinking of the bass in your face, basically. Ooh, that's not good. I know things will get better. That's why I'm reminding myself. Right now, I've been awake more than 24 hours, but Zach just agreed to take sleep meds, so I'm sure he'll sleep. I'm glad he's taking my meds. But yeah, no sleep is. You know how rough it is, but yeah, I hope that improves. 2 words to explain that problem: K-pop concert. Oh, yeah. Okay, if you got a headache, it feels like you should sadly have a headache because of that. I think I would. I've been kind of enjoying the chill quietness because I love London, and London kind of. I probably thrive in London in one way because ADHD means I absorb every single sign everywhere. It's a very fast moving city. I'm ready to, I can keep up with it fine. But on the other hand, it's a nightmare for me for that exact reason. Because there are 500 different signs to look at all times. There's about 20 different sounds at all times. There are people everywhere. And it was very nice to be able to walk around Hyde Park, and it was a bit quieter. It wasn't crazy quiet because there were runners and horse riders and cyclists, and every now and then you could still hear a police siren in the distance, but it did help a bit. And mostly just excited. Yeah, I bet. Getting blasted can be fun, but by K-pop, not so much. Yeah. Weighed this morning, 100 kilos on the dot. 5 weeks to lose, 4 kilos ideally. Clearing the shed through West on Thursday and removal van a week on Tuesday. Ooh, that's a lot, Lou. I mean, proper gallows humour, but if you're that busy, it might help with the weight loss. I'm sorry, but you got a lot to handle. I hope you can genuinely rest once you get to the 5 weeks. My nieces are so obsessed with K-pop. It's so adorable when they tell me things about. Yeah, I don't think none of my cousins do. I think they're all a little bit too old now. But I like picking up bits and pieces about it. It's nice to see people passionate about something, isn't it? I mean, not if you're passionate about hate, but if you're passionate about nice things, it's cool to see. I don't get people that kind of want to yuck someone's yum and be a bit, why do they love this? And you think, because they're happy, enjoy the happiness. But yeah, Lou, I hope things settle down soon. As of today, I have started being on, well, you can use the fancy word of a cut, because that's what my trainer keeps saying, or a calorie deficit, or really what people used to call a diet. But it's not really a diet because I'm still enjoying food. So yeah, I'm on a cut for the next few weeks. Luckily, it's not a huge cut, but I'm going to see how it goes. I'm quite interested to see how things go because there's certain areas where I would like to see a little bit less body fat on me, and it's not the end of the world. So I'm kind of relaxed about it while having a good plan. Go enjoy your nuggets, Mel. Enjoy, and I hope you sleep well because boy, do you need it. So take care, look after yourself, and I hope Zach sleeps well as well. But yes, I'm trying to be a little bit more aware of what I'm eating. I'm keeping up the exercise, of course. There was something I was going to say about that, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was, so it probably doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, my back is acting up again. Annoyingly, it was all fine around London, and then on the last day, I went to pack something and just bent, not particularly awkwardly, and my side went, yeah, remember you had that injury? We're back. And it wasn't quite as full on as when I actually did it, but it was annoying. But I was doing a lot of standing on the tube. I was doing a lot of carrying stuff. The last day, for a little bit, I was carrying both my bag and my mum's bag, and combined it was probably about 15 or 16 kilos. I felt very, I felt on the one hand, look at me, I'm carrying these bags to the train station, and on the other hand, I could feel my body going, yeah, don't do that. It was a lot, yeah. It was it was because the train station was only a few minutes away, so I said to my mum, oh, you wait at the train station, I'll go get the bags from the hotel, and then I'll walk back. And there was basically stuff happened. I won't get into it. Stuff happened that basically meant I ended up carrying both the bags back from the hotel to the train station, which wasn't that. But it was kind of a 5-minute walk, quite a slow 5-minute walk, because it was heavy. And then for various reasons, I ended up carrying it for a while later because there was a mix-up of a train. It weighed down a bit on me. And it would, yeah, so my back wasn't a huge fan of it. But never mind. But anyway, I want to play some Stardew. So we're going to play some Stardew while I continue to ramble a teeny bit. By the way, chat, we are all set up now, aren't we? Yeah. I'm just going to have my notes to the side because I do have half a plan. Yeah, now I have a lot less going on in life, really, for a while. Hey, Rimvello, Hallie the Rambling Carpenter. That's me. I like to yap. I like to ramble. I'm there thinking, you're all a captive audience. What you gonna do? I mean, I know exactly what you'll do. You'll leave, but yeah. But I have plans for the stream because May's looking pretty quiet. And to be honest, I could do with May being quite quiet because most of this year has been very full on. Actually, we've already got wine being made by the mother. So I'm going to spend that May trying to get the stream on track, trying to work on some improvements. I've got the ideas. It was the time that was the tricky bit. So once I get a bit more organised, I will do the grand thing of going, here is the relaunch day. And hopefully we'll have a lot of things. We're going to have new bit alerts, new sub alerts, whole bunch of new alerts, basically. I just need to get around to doing it. Held, yeah, see, Rimbello? You know how it works. It's held hostage. That's exactly what you are. How are you doing, Rimbello? Are things going better for you now? But yeah, it's going to be a fun project. Most of this year, thanks to the BAFTA stuff, and then round about headsets, and then the other big work project, it has been a busy year, but weirdly... Oh, and sorting out the house at the start of the year. Forgot that. It's been a busy time, and it would be nice to spend a bit of time doing the things I want to do. Oh yeah, I remember I was just kind of getting rid of the fencing. I thought I'd see how this goes. I'll probably regret it, but winter's coming anyway, so what's the worst that can happen? They don't freeze to death, right? I don't think. Ooh, we want to make void mayonnaise. That wasn't the mayonnaise machine, was it? Idiot. Well, we'll have another void chick soon. I decided to turn on my Ancient Mini PC today, and it's installing about 10 years of updates now. Actually, only 5 years of updates, but still. 5 is a lot. Not gonna lie, there's a lot of... Yeah. Whether it's 5 or 10, you've got a lot going on there. What are your plans for the Ancient Mini PC? That is not my... Have we got a making machine? Oh yeah, of course. Oh, chat, it's going to be one of those streams. I haven't played in a week. I've forgotten everything. Yeah, what have you got planned to do with Ancient Mini PC? Because I'm playing Stardew, I'm left thinking, it's called Ancient. It must be something really cool and wise, rather than old. Okay, I reckon we run out of food. That is my expert opinion. Yep, okay, well, we'll go buy some more in a moment. We'll just get our machine set up. And we'll stop starving our poor precious animals. I installed a new I installed a new OS to research if it worked. Ooh, what did you install, Lou? I'm guessing it's Linux based. It's got 32 gigabytes of storage and 4 gigabytes of RAM, so I'm curious if it can even handle updates. Yeah. If it does end up working, I'm going to attempt to turn it into a Linux test ground app developer. Nice! I have not used Linux in a very long time, but it does kind of low-key interest me. Because as a teenager, I used it a lot. Because back in the very ancient days of when I was a teenager, not long really, but kind of, the first career that actually looked like one I was going to do was to work for this local company that basically assembled PCs, did maintenance, that kind of stuff. And they did a lot of networking stuff as well. Basically, there was a need for Linux. That's what I'm looking for. And I spent quite a while kind of doing things in that arena in case I switched into that career. And then, to be honest, I got too stressed out. I don't like fixing other people's PCs. Because you're left thinking it's down to me. If I can't work out how to fix it, what do I do? And the stress got to me too much, and which probably sounds a bit funny to some people, but I couldn't handle it. And then I just went to university instead. But for a little while, that looked like that was going to be my future. And then, of course, I've forgotten a ton of stuff. Now that the EU is migrating to Linux and off Windows, I suspect they'll need more easy-to-use deploy software for this. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, let's just keep making a bit of money. Algae soup. I don't think I want algae soup. Just out of principle. Cubes OS, Linux-based but privacy-focused. It spins up a VM in certain categories and just shows you the app window you launched. Everything is compartmentalized. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Okay, don't mind me white and rat. I want to... Oh, wait, we got the mayor. I want to build a fish pond, so I'm going to see what's needed for that. Just sell the regular mayo. Okay, we'll see about the fish pond first, then we'll see about the void mayo. My dad asked me if I could install Linux on a laptop for him if he got one. I told him sure and asked him which distro he wants. I lost him after that. Yeah, I'm guessing he probably heard about Linux and loved the idea of it, and then it didn't occur to him that you've got to pick a distro. But I suppose if he researches it, if he's that interested. When I was writing lots about web hosting, the last month or so, I was also writing about VPSs, which nobody's here. That's not useful. Shop's closed for the day. I'm at Caroline's place for aerobics. Oh, we'll sort out the cave then. Which, yeah, if you don't already know, I mean, a lot of you probably already do. It's basically a private server that you can rent to use online. So you'd have a choice of a whole bunch of different Linux distros to choose, and yeah, that was quite a nice return. Schnitzel, thank you for your watch streak. I hope you're doing well. I'm sure I'll be able to figure something. Yeah, it sounds like he's got a nice level of enthusiasm, so that's good. I got a cube with Vivaldi browser running yesterday and logged into Twitch. Current thinking, a cube for personal, another for banking, another for coding, another for that sounds really well organised. I like that. That sounds like the kind of thing I would aspire to. And then I wouldn't, because I'm very not good at being organised. Yeah, I would like to try Linux again. I don't know when that will be. It's very much I got too many projects, Chav. There's too many different things I want to do. Just in life, I want to sort of have a house. The new aim is to try and get the stream better. But yeah, there's so many different things. There's also about 5,000 books I want to read. I hope you're doing well, Snitzel. So yeah, I'm glad I at least experimented a bit with Linux when I was a teenager. When I had time. Sniff, sniff. That smell. I think we've charmed the henchman, chat. I can't resist. Gimme that. Thanks. Okay, well that was easy. Can copy and paste between the cubes with Control-Shift-C. No default copying and pasting between. Sounded good for a bit of security focus. Okay. Ooh, what we got? You found the wizard lost magic ink. Better return it to him. Okay, we can do that. Anything else going on here? Book. Curse for Countryside. A spell book for the rural witch. Rural witch is weirdly hard to say. Dark shrine of selfishness. Okay, words are hard. The statue stares through you. Dark shrine of memory. The statue stares through. Okay, let's see. The ancient Magi seal of protection will be lifted, allowing monsters to appear on your farm at night. Please don't do that. Make an offering of one strange bun. No, I haven't got a strange bun, but you know. No, you're not. I don't want monsters. It's probably a bad idea to stick your tender arm in there. There's never been a time in life where I thought of myself as having a tender arm. Whoever lives here must really like a clean floor. The bone is probably covered in bacteria. You decide not to touch it. Oh, we're somewhere else. Let's catch up and chat before whatever the hell is about to happen. Doing very well. How are you doing? Got a brand new keyboard on Friday after my old one died on Tuesday. Ooh, what keyboard did you get? I like a nice new keyboard. Mine is a fine keyboard. I'm looking at it thinking I need to clean it. I bought some compressed air. I haven't cleaned it. Because buying the stuff to do the cleaning is a very different task to doing the cleaning. But Mint sounds good. If it's similar to Windows without AI and updates. That's what everyone wants, right? The Shrine of Illusions. Make an offering of 500G to change your appearance. Well, that sounds harmless, but no thank you. I like how I look, thank you. Receptacle of Unknown Origins. Where are we going to come out? I do vaguely recognise this place, maybe? Oh, hey, wizard. That was easy. You found my ink. Excellent. Did you happen to see my ex-wife? No? What about her house? Do you think she lives alone or... Oh, wizard. Get over it. If it's your ex-wife, she's allowed to live with someone else. Actually, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Ooh, wizard needs therapy. Anyway, you must be wondering about your reward. Here. I am, actually. Well, I hope we're getting something good. Did you get me a book? Is it a good book? It's a book of summoning. Arcane potential is immense, but I'll make it simple for you. By using this book, you can summon magic buildings directly to your farm. This game's getting different. I think you'll find it useful. Oh, I almost forgot to say, thank you. I can't work out if a wizard likes us or tolerates us, or maybe both. I do want updates. I don't want Microsoft to keep pushing things that are completely broken. Yeah, that's valid. I've been lucky with Windows updates, but I know my time is going to come where it's just, why does this not work? I got the Corsair K55, because it was on sale and has all the stuff I want. That being separate buttons for media. I think I know the one. Hold on. Let's go Google it quickly. But I'm almost certain I know the one. Yeah, that is a nice keyboard. Inexpensive. Does everything you could want. There's RGB lighting, because doesn't everything have RGB lighting at this point? Nice. Enjoy. Ooh. Okay. We have a different aim. Junimo Hut. Junimos will harvest crops around the hut for you. Oh, that's going to be useful. I'm not going to have to keep harvesting. We need 20,000 G, 200 stone, 9 star fruit, and 100 fibre. Don't I wish I'd stockpiled the star fruit now. What else is there? Earth obelisk. That's pretty. Warp seed to the mountains. 500,000 G. No, we're okay. 10 iridium bars, 10 earth crystals. It's fine. I can walk. I have legs. Water obelisk warps you to the beach. Roughly the same, but you need clams and coral. Desert obelisk warps you to the desert. I sense a theme. Island obelisk warps you to Ginger Island. So basically the idea is if we have all these obelisks, we are never going to have to walk anywhere ever again. I see. Gold clock. Prevents debris from appearing on your farm. Keeps fences from decaying. That sounds really useful, but also it is 10 million G. Okay. I suspect, and nobody needs to confirm it, it feels like we're getting into kind of late game Stardew. Maybe mid to late, depending on my progress. There's probably certain things we're a bit behind on that are very mid. And then stuff like that, we're definitely late game. To have 10 million G just spare. Hey Jezza, how are you doing? Yeah, that is a different level. It's nice we've unlocked some stuff. One of the other plans we want is I want to get hold of some ancient seeds. Some people have probably already seen I was an idiot, but I think sold or didn't quite use the ancient seeds to the best of my ability. And yeah, I'm judging me. You don't have to judge me. I know. But we'll see in case I was sensible and stored it. Doesn't sound like something I would do. But you never know. Once in a while I surprise myself. Ah, we got rare seeds. Okay. How you doing, Jezza? How's your weekend? Look, cool stuff there, but nothing. Ooh, not that one. Nothing we do. Oh, we do at least have 4 star fruits. Okay, I wasn't a complete idiot. That's fine. Definitely need to tidy up at some point. We do have a Christmas tree ready for Christmas. And some pine tar for a special occasion. I'm doing good, thanks. Spent my weekend playing Ico and Final Fantasy X on PS2. With Ico, I'm actually doing a full playthrough of, compared to Final Fantasy, which was more just a bit of nostalgia getting to the beach section. Nice. Shock horror, I've only ever played Final Fantasy X once. And I did complete it, but it was not long after launch, so it was a long time ago. I don't really remember anything. I remember a little bit about Blitzball, but kind of it. And I would quite like to replay it at some point. Oh yeah, I'm going to see if we already have a seed maker. I can't remember what the seed maker looks like, so we're going to check here. Now, of course, we haven't got a crafting thing. No, we have. Cool. Oh, the seed maker is that little guy up there. Okay. It seems like a good way to try and get ancient seeds. Because what I read when I googled a little bit is basically we get a random chance of them falling. Falling? Don't know. Being made. We also want to do a little bit of fishing, but not in autumn. The fall. If you want to call it the fall. And we probably want to get a bit of carpentry done. So, yeah. I've got a bit of a strategy. Whenever we have a bit of energy, I'm going to smash some trees down. Cut back a little bit. Cut through away from the stones. Japanese, not that one. I have a Japanese International Edition, which is what our UK version was based off. So we got the extra content compared to the US release. But the Japanese version is in 60Hz and has an English option in the menu. Unfortunately, the PAL release of Final Fantasy X is notorious for being a really bad 50Hz conversion with no 60Hz. That will be the one I played. But I probably played it on a really poor quality TV, so it would have balanced out. Now, probably if I play it again, I'll probably get a remaster. Hey, Jibber! How's Stardew? It's been a while since I played. It's really good. It feels... I'm a little bit worried I'm getting to the point where I'm probably done, because we've got Ginger Island, which is a little bit... It's nice. It detracts from my farming a tad. We're definitely unlocking some cool stuff. Yeah, it's been good. It constantly amazes me how much you can unlock in Stardew. It feels like such a simple game at the start, and then as you progress, there is so much new stuff to get. It always feels like every every corner, there's something new. How are you doing? Played the same one, didn't know any different, but yeah, that makes sense. Played a decent demo of a game you might be interested in. It's another farm sim, but it was a bit different and it didn't have a stamina bar. Ooh, no stamina bar is good. But our style reminded me of Grimlock. That could be interesting. Well, what's the name of it, Anna? Maybe go 15% through Stardew and lost my save, so I stopped years ago. Oh, yeah, that would annoy me. I think it works well as a stream game because it's kind of chill. You're still achieving things, but if you want to chat, you can without it being too in your face. I miss the days of getting an extra disc with game development videos and interviews with a voice. Yeah, that was good. I mean, obviously YouTube is full of stuff like that now, but there'd always be something that felt a little bit more personal about it being on physical disc right in front of you. Super chill ideas. Called Ever After Falls. Ooh, I should look that up. Ever After Falls is very good. I like Faith Farm, speaking of another chill game, but that title unfortunately didn't sell well. I do have Faith Farm. I think I only played it for about 30 minutes. That wasn't a slight on the game. That was just me being easily distracted by something else coming out. Because, as mentioned earlier, and always, that happens a lot with me. But yeah, I liked Faith Farm. I'll have to look up Ever After Falls. That sounds interesting. I did play a little bit yesterday of the Loftier beta, which I think it only launched last week. That seems quite good. I mean, it's an early beta, so they make a really big point of saying, oh, you know, it's not complete in any way. But it looked very cute and charming, and it was very easy to play. It didn't have kind of awkward controls or anything. I know it's getting late. We got a little bit longer. It will be fine. Don't worry, game. Farm is just over there. I do. I've been telling my partner about Lofty. I'd like to give it a go. Yeah. The beta seemed good. Because I did apply for, I think they had some kind of creator partnership thing. And I wasn't a big enough streamer to get full access, but they did send me a beta code. Oh, I didn't realise the tea was ready. And yeah, it worked. It sold me where I'm there thinking, oh yeah, I want to see more of this. Which I guess admittedly is probably their idea of, well, we'll give them a beta code. They're going to end up buying it anyway. And yeah, it did. It worked well. Anywhere to drop off a fibre. I probably have got some stuff I don't want to keep. Oh no, there is room for fibre. Actually, do I want the tea? I might want the tea. That would do it. Head bed. We'll catch up with chat. Sorry, Roy. I mean, you did sleep him away. My new Stardew Perfection round. The community centre will be completed on Winter 1, and I already gathered all the resources for what... Schnitzel, that is good. That's kind of what I'd like to do at some point. I probably won't do it on stream, but there is a little part of me is a bit tempted to kind of not quite speed run it, but see what I can achieve. Now that I actually know what I'm looking for and what I'm doing with the early stuff, if not the later stuff. Speaking of a PS2 launch, me and my friend were talking about a game we both played back in the day. And looking back, it's awful, but it has just the right amount of jank to be charming. And it's the now famous From Software game, Evergrace. They made a weird action RPG with 2 different characters and hilariously bad voice acting in 2000. And somehow it got a sequel. That name rings a bell. I've never played it, but I'm wondering, did I see it in Blockbuster or something? Yeah, the cover of that looks... I think I've seen it in stores and then kind of looked at it and then thought, ooh, no, that looks a mess. I mean, From Software is kind of controversial moment. They are a little bit janky at times anyway, aren't they? So, yeah. Good janky, but, yeah, janky. Getting distracted by something. Because I opened my emails by mistake. There we go. Lofty definitely looks fun. But another game I played recently was Overthrown. Really bad reviews from early access, but it's very cozy and quite fun with the mini bits of combat. You do know that one. You all keep suggesting good things, so I'm gonna Google that and have a proper look later. The same with Ever After Falls. Ooh, oh, I like the visual style of Ever After Falls. I'll look at it properly later, but yeah, man, Overthrown. Oh, I like the look of that too. Okay. A lot of options. Especially back then. Yeah. Yeah, they were extra janky back then. Evergrey streams. No. Imagine how much I bet it costs a fortune on eBay. You know how these things go. Let's have a quick look. Oh, actually, no. No, alright then. It's kind of £10 to £13. That's not bad. But no. Still no. When we do retro stuff, it's going to be chiller retro stuff, basically. Yeah. Catch up. Okay, we make a bank there. Oh, it's Georgie's birthday. I mean, whatever we get him, he's going to hate it. We could give him some tea leaves. They're hard to get hold of. He might like them. Oh, I forgot to feed the animals manually. Oh, they're not going to have anything for me to source, are they? No. It's actually gone up. Considering it's used, I paid back in the day when it was pre-owned. Inflation and what? Yeah, also harder to get hold of. Because I think a lot of retro stuff has also gone up in price just because it's harder to get hold of a copy it's actually in one piece and works. So in theory, I mean, that's only going to go up in price over time. I mean, some games won't, but yeah, the games people actually want to play, they're going to go up. I always remember years ago a friend of mine who lives about 50 miles away, so not that easy to instantly see her. And I remember she texted me out of the blue and said, oh, my brother's clearing a load of stuff out of the house and he's found a whole load of stuff. Basically, I think it was his PlayStation game collection. And then she was a bit, oh, do you want it? And we've got some other stuff, yeah, random gaming things. And I said, yeah, sure. And she went, oh, that's all right. Oh, I'll let you know soon once we've got it all sorted out. I mean, she didn't let me know. I mean, I chased her up and she just went, oh yeah, sorry, we just ended up skipping it because it was easier. And so it just went to landfill. And I was there quietly thinking, no. And I think that happens with a lot of people that kind of don't know what they've actually got. If something you don't know that they could actually make good money out of it, because in their minds it's just old gaming crap. But I was so sad. I don't think he had any, from what I remember when we were growing up, I don't think he had anything particularly rare. But he had stuff I would have happily played. Because I know he had things like all the Crash Bandicoots, all the Spyros, kind of bits and pieces like that. Or an Ape Escape. Remember he had Ape Escape? It was just kind of a principle of she just threw it all out. Remasters will also affect... Oh, wait, that's the wrong tree. Also affect resale on older games too, which surprisingly, when it comes to a PS2, a lot of the big hitters got remasters. There's so many games on my system that are still stuck there. For example, anyone remember Samurai Western? No, I first read that as Samurai Warriors and thought, oh yeah, I know that game. But not Samurai Western. I suppose that's the other thing. With kind of mainstream AAA gaming, no one can afford to take risks. They're only going to remaster anything that was already a huge deal. It's a shame it's kind of come to that. Okay, so... Oh, we do have a couple of it. I don't know where they found the food from, but I am grateful. I just felt like doing that. Don't mind me. Okay, let's sell a few bits. There, we're going to see... We're going to go give George some tea leaves. Or would he prefer mayo? Nah, we'll give him tea leaves. I don't really like George. I probably should feel bad for him, but... He's a hard one to love. The hack and slash game where you play a samurai as a samurai hacking and slashing cowboys. Fair play them, the name matches. You get exactly what it says on the tin. Was it any good? Yeah. George, happy birthday, have some tea leaves. For my birthday? Thanks. Do you think you liked them, chat? I don't know. The good mayor put me in charge of a town's public gardens. The fall flowers are delicate, so don't go stomping on them. I know how you kids like to do. What? I didn't even know I was a kid. I have a hard-working job. No worries, Arc Editor. Thank you for being here. I hope you sleep well. And hopefully see you again soon. Take care. I played it. It's pretty fun. There's even cosmetics you can unlock and equip. I like that. It sounds quirky. It sounds like the kind of risks you would get on the PS2. Because from what I remember, it felt like there was an era that probably went from, say, the PS2 to the Xbox 360 kind of times, where there were a lot of weird kind of B-tier games that were interesting. I mean, weren't necessarily the best. Could have a seller. Hold on, we'll check the other stuff. But yeah, weren't necessarily the best, but they were kind of quirky and interesting. And yeah, I remember a lot of stuff. I miss that kind of era of gaming. Because there's... If you go away from indie gaming, because indie gaming is still very experimental at times and really good. But before then... even the AAA stuff will be quite adventurous. And I kind of miss that era. Like, you'd get kind of janky stuff like Alpha Protocol on the Xbox 360 that I kind of liked, but they were hideously broken in many ways, but also really interesting. Fish pond, that's what we're looking for. So we need seaweed and green algae. Well, that's okay. We can do that. I don't know if we can do that today. But we're going to go fishing. Try and get our seaweed and algae. On a basic level, I'm thinking seaweed's going to be in the sea. Algae's going to be in the river. But I do have a teeny brain in there somewhere. Game Games such as Dark Cloud, which were action RPG dungeon crawlers with survival elements. And you had to collect parts of the world in a dungeon and then rebuild it if you survive. Yeah, stuff like that. Where it's probably not the most commercially successful game. It's a big risk, but it was interesting. Everything mainstream-wise is a little bit safe. And I say that while loving a lot of those safe things. Here we got salmon. But I did like those risky times. Here we got algae. I think it was 2 we needed. Smart brains would have paid attention. But yeah, why would I do that? Chat, what have you got planned for the week? Have you got anything fun planned for the next few days? What do I have planned? Kind of not a lot. I've got a little bit of work on Wednesday. I think it was 2. Let's go double check. Otherwise, I'm kind of free as a birdish. Go to the gym Tuesday and Thursday. Probably go to the gym Wednesday as well. But yeah, I haven't got much on. Let's have a look. It's my pond. Oh, that's 5. 2 would have been way too easy, wouldn't it? Yeah, Evie's fur cut booked in point. Ooh, how does Evie deal with grooming? Because I know with friends' dogs, some are perfectly okay, and some are there going, "You're trying to kill me." But yeah, I think I'm hoping for kind of a chill week. It's been a busy time lately. So I think it'll be nice to have a kind of nothing week. Where it's a bit, what did you achieve? It was fine. She's a wriggler. Oh. There. I mean, poor dogs. They don't even know why they're getting groomed. I mean, if you're a human, you know you're getting a haircut. You've signed up for it. What must it feel like if it's just, oh, I'm going for a walk. Oh, wait a minute. Why is this person trying to shave all my fur off? I know on my morning walk there's a dog grooming place. Which I keep thinking, oh, one day I'll take my dog there. And yeah, you see some dogs that look quite eager to go in, and you see some other dogs, but you're there thinking, you know what's coming. You're not a fan of what's coming, are you? I can feel it. We are on the algae hunt. We're going to go 3 to go. We did well at the start. But one time I'm there going, stop catching fish. Fish are great. I don't want fish. God, cold. Well, I don't think we're going to be getting the 5 algae and the 5 seaweed in one day, Summer. Thank you for a follow. We have anonymous follows here, but welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I mean, it's very chill, at least. Hey, we got another one. 2 more to go. There we go. Basically, we need 1 more, and then we're nearly there. We can do this. No fish. No. Fun thing is, you never get algae when you don't want it. No. That is not the sentence I was using. You always get algae when you don't want it. That's what I was aiming for. Hey, Glow, I'm totally here for the chill vibes. Thank you. Yeah, we try and keep it nice and chill here. One more. Let's go one more. Probably not going to get the seaweed today as well, but we might be able to start chipping away. We could eat one of the fish for energy, I guess. Or the river jelly. Yeah, a lot of options here. Hey, we got the 5. Right, give me energy. Would you like a fish? Oh, it's for me? Thanks. Yeah, I guess if I was doing an evening walk and somebody came up to me and just went, have a fish. Oh, Clint sighed. Yeah, I'd probably be a little bit suspicious if somebody just randomly went, here, fish, now. But yeah, this week it's going to be nice to not do as much this week. Ooh, what's going on in that barrel? We need to go look. Yeah, this morning it was really relaxing. Because I woke up about 7 a.m. Actually, no, it was about 6:30. Yeah, it was 6:30 a.m. Oh. Okay. I can't remember what that barrel was for. Yeah, it was about 6:30 a.m. Kind of chilled for a bit. Went for a walk. Made an incredibly filling breakfast. As I'm on my high protein, lower calorie rush. And yeah, and then kind of replied to a few work emails. 4 to go. And just kind of nicely eased into the day. And it was really good because the last month or so, every hour has been accountable. Constantly, I need to, like, most of the time before the stream, I've had to set up to, do some work or do other things. And a little part of me was thinking, I could probably move my stream time up earlier. And I didn't. But that was how relaxing it was. It was just, fine. I haven't got to pack 20 things in before 10:30 a.m. I didn't get asleep till 2:30 a.m. and then my cat woke me up at 8 a.m. by sneezing in my face 3 times. Ooh. You must be pretty tired now, then. Also, I'm guessing the cat is not in favour. That is the one thing I miss about not having a cat. I don't miss about not having a cat anymore. Yeah, cats don't like it if you sleep in. Just got 3 seaweed to go. 2 seaweed to go. Can we do it before the end of the day? Because then tomorrow morning we can get straight to building. Maybe? Gotta be proper RNG, luck of a draw kind of stuff. One more, we can do it. I'm always tired because I never sleep well, so I'm used to it. Still love my Princess Lady. Yeah, but that sucks you never sleep well, though. I have been there, and yeah. I tend to sleep pretty well these days, but damaging my side in whatever way is awkward. Because I tend to kind of toss and turn a lot in my sleep. Yay, we did it. Yeah, I toss and turn a lot in my sleep. And if every time you turn your side goes, ow, it's not conducive to the best night's sleep. Oh, wait, no, we're not fishing, we're checking stuff. Bug meat. Oh, that's why that barrel was there. Question mark next to it. We might be able to do that tomorrow. We let one of our cats out unsupervised for the first time on Saturday. The little arse didn't come back till nearly midnight. Oh, I hate when cats do that. I remember once a few years ago, like 5 years ago, there was a really, really, really hot summer in the UK. Whenever it was, where it was like 35 centigrade for a couple of days, which if you're in the UK is a lot. It's not normal. Yeah, my cat went missing. I think somebody had shut him in admittedly in a shed or something. But I remember it was about 6 p.m, so it was later in the day. And it was still so hot. I just remember thinking, oh, I can't do this. And I had to go looking for him. He's so annoying. Hey, Jones, how you doing? I've only recently found a trick to help me sleep, which is to drink a Horlicks and play a game for it. Ah, at least you found the trick. But yeah, there's such a cat thing of, I've gone out for the day. What do you mean you care? Yeah. I think my next cat, if I get a cat again, gotta be an indoor cat. I don't think I can deal with the stress of it being an outside cat. And where I live, the road is a lot busier than it used to be, and I don't want that kind of stress. Nah. I think it's gonna have to be a house cat. He's a complete derp, so he probably got shut in. So, yeah. But that's the thing with my last cat, Sam. He was just a complete idiot. Cute, but had no common sense in the slightest. Rather than weirdly, Harry, my previous cat, he'd lived on the streets for a while, so we got him when he was 6 months. So he'd kind of spent long enough to know the benefits of indoors, and also to have his wits about him when he was outside. Sam, I don't know. Sam was just not very bright. Just had a lovely job of cleaning Evie's bottom. She went to the toilet and stuff got stuck to her fur. They really do become your baby. Oh, yeah, that's one bit I'm not looking forward to when I get a dog. Hey, Measure, how are you doing? It is going well. We're kind of doing bits and pieces to progress. But it's been good. It's good to return to it. Hey, Bernadette, thank you for the watch streak. I hope you're doing well. Are we out with chat? My cat's indoors. I could not deal with her being outside. I've been wanting a cat, but it will definitely need to be indoors. Yeah. I mean, in the UK, it's kind of seen as a bit weird, or at least where I am in the UK, a little bit weird still to keep your cat indoors. But it just feels like all there are pros, because I don't have to worry about the cat getting hurt. Also, I don't have to worry about the cat bringing in birds or mice, or just generally destroying the general area. So, yeah, indoor cat for me. The other one just has no interest in going outside. She's a full-time lap cat. Oh, they're the best kind of cats. You want a lap cat. My cat's a princess and loves being inside, so that's a win. Good. Yeah, Harry didn't go out a lot. Kind of would for like 20 minutes. He was very anti using his litter tray, so he'd go outside to do his business in the garden, come back in, that'll be it for the day. Don't ask how I am. I have a colonoscopy in the morning, and I'm currently drinking the awful juice that tastes of gag reflex and sadism. Oh, I'm sorry, Measure. Yeah, the prep for colonoscopies is, for me at least, so much worse for the actual colonoscopy. Because the actual colonoscopy, you're just there thinking, oh, just get it done. The prep, though, I don't want to be around for the prep. The prep is horrible. And just total misery. I'm sorry. I hope you get to eat something nice after a colonoscopy. That was always the thing that kept me going. Just the joy of, I'm going to eat something delicious. You got to get there. My neighbour had an indoor cat, but she would walk in the street on the lead. Nice! I know Duke of DuPont, who's here sometimes. He has a Archie, but he walks on a lead. And I like that idea. I don't think I have yet to come across a cat that was okay with that. But maybe if you start from a kitten. The prep is the worst part by far. Yeah, the prep sucks. I'm sorry. We have ads coming up in a moment. So I'm going to take Jones, 30 stream streak. 30 times the streaking. Nice. Thank you, Jones. I really appreciate it. Friendly Kitten does it too. Yeah, I forgot actually. Yeah, Friendly Kitten with Zim. Yeah. I like the idea. I think to be blunt, I live in the area where I'm going to get judged so much. So I'm okay with an indoor cat. And I've got a big house, so they can explore a lot. I'm going to have KFC and McDonald's, and no one is going to stop. Absolutely measure. You've earned that. Because I can't ask if it's the worst. Hey, Sly Monkey, how you doing? Archie is such a handsome boy. Archie is such a beautiful, handsome beast. Remember the guy who came to clean my carpets a while back, was mocking her, not knowing we were actually friends. I waited until he did the job and then let him know he apologized. Yeah. Yeah, people get weirdly judgmental about these sort of things. You think, I don't care. If I see somebody walking a cat, go for it. Yeah. Do what makes you happy and gives your cat the best life. But yeah, we got ads coming up in a moment, so I'm going to take a quick little break to have a snack. Because finally, my breakfast from ATM, I feel like I'm actually hungry. That was such a filling breakfast. I'll stick words on stream on, and then we come back to where we are at. Yeah, so I shall see you in a few moments. Yeah, I haven't got anything else to do. Go get yourself a snack. You also deserve a snack. Not Measure, sadly. Measure. Everyone sympathise with Measure. And give them good luck vibes. And then go get yourself a snack. I'll see you all in a moment. Welcome back, everyone. I also saw a little bit of chat before I went. I haven't had a cat in a long time, but I miss his fuzzy dumb butt. Yeah, that's how I feel with mine. Because, yeah, Sam died nearly 2 years ago. And I've had guinea pig, I've got guinea pigs. But I kind of miss... It sounds weird. I kind of miss having something that is around to trip me up all the time. And it's just a constant kind of... is there. Because guinea pigs you have to visit, which obviously I do all the time, but ultimately they live in a different, a particular room. You can't have free roaming guinea pigs. Bad things would happen for everyone. Them, me. Just, it would be a disaster. So it's nice to have something roam. Yeah, my original plan was to get a cat or a dog within kind of a year, and life has kept happening. Not a bad one, because a lot of it's been sort of, I wanted to travel, you want to be in the right position to get a cat or a dog, and it just hasn't, the stars haven't aligned in a variety of ways. My cat is on the naughty list. What happened, Si? What did they do? Ooh, that's a nasty storm. Let's make some goat's cheese. Love goat's cheese. Oh, no, sorry, my bad. Oh yeah, we were gonna head to go start work on the fishing pond. We got a stone we needed. Let's have a look. Might have been someone else. I can't remember, but we have time to go check. She keeps missing my litter tray. Oh, been there. I'll let her off if she's 17 though. There's lots of puppy pads, cleaning it. Yeah. Hey, been there. Sam, yeah. Sam, even when he was younger and healthy, would still miss. He was not the cleanest of cats. Harry was impeccably clean and would almost get kind of upset if he had to use the tray rather than go outside. I think Sam knew he had servants and just went, not my problem. Which was true, it was never his problem, it was always ours. Let's see, I have a feeling I missed something and I can't pick what. Oh no, got everything. Oh, it was money, that was it. Build a fish pond. Where should we build it? Somewhere down here, I think. Making progress. What should we do with the rest of it then? What's on my list of things to do? Best is when they watch you clean my litter tray and then immediately, oh yeah, they are so good at that. You feel truly like a servant then when they're just going, well done, you've cleaned it, I must poop now. Maybe go down one of the mines, that might be, that's always kind of a good use of time. Go down the easy mine or the one that we don't like to mention. It's going to be the hard one, isn't it? We got bombs. How bad can it be? Have we got any kind of cheap quality food just to get the energy levels back? Ooh, what use for miner's treat? Should we make some more bombs? Probably. Let's have a look. Let's. Have we got any iron ore? If not, we'll have to rely on copper ore. Yeah, that's a bit better. Just gonna check to see if we've got any copper ore. Yeah, it's got earth crystal in it. Yeah. Oh wait, there's a little bit. To start. Just add some blood test results in, and holy crap, no wonder I feel better. Numbers finally in my career. Oh, that's great. I'm glad, Si. Yeah, that's a really good thing. I had a weird... I got some test results while I was away. And they were confusing test results. Because a few years back, I had to have a bone density scan, which is also known as a DEXA scan. It's basically a fancy X-ray. It's not particularly stressful or bad. It's just you lay there, they scan, yeah, they're scanning and check your bones are okay, and you haven't got any problems with your bone density. Bone density is an issue you can have when you've got Crohn's. Hold on, just tidying this up a bit. So yeah, it's kind of a necessary thing. Anyway, I thought my bones were all fine. And I had the bone density scan a few years back, and then I got a fairly vague letter from, I think it was from my GP, but just went, oh, just keep taking the calcium we prescribed you a while ago. And the thing is, I hadn't taken my calcium in quite a while, because to be blunt, I kept forgetting. Don't forget to take your meds, but I did. So because they said, oh, just keep doing what you're doing, I thought, well, I'll keep doing what I'm doing, which is forget to take the calcium. And there, so I did for years. And then I had another bone density scan a month ago. There we go. And I finally got the results while I was away, and they went, oh, your bone density's gone back to normal, so that's good, you don't need another one for 5 years. And then I was left thinking, nobody told me my bone density wasn't good. I assumed it was fine because they just said to carry on. And instead, it turned out, no, I had a problem with my bone density, and nobody bothered ever telling me. And I had a whole bunch of other appointments and things, and not once did anyone go, oh, by the way, your bone density is a little bit lower than it should be. So luckily, despite not really doing anything other than trying to eat healthier and strength training, it all worked out. But I really wish medical professionals would be better at telling you stuff. Also, I need to eat that pizza before I die. There you go. I got too caught up in my own story. Classic. Yeah, just, why would you not tell me? And it would have been so easy. You know, you didn't... I don't know. Downside is, now I have no excuse. Gotta put the real work in. Is what does that look like, Si? What is the real work? Oh, we got a green thing coming. But anyway, so yeah, my bone density's fine, but in hindsight, that might be why there was a summer where I broke my foot and my toe quite easily by just walking into something pretty hard, but it was in a way where it was a bit, oh, that's weird, you know, that was a bit easy to do. And in hindsight, maybe that's why. But, you know, don't tell me these things. I suppose what I'm going to have to do next time, if they're a bit vague, is I am going to have to bluntly go, so is that good or bad? Tell me the details. What am I meant to be doing? You're not gonna sneak up on me. I played this before. Were there any stairs? Oh, I thought there were. Never mind. Diet, weight loss, back to the gym, and hopefully back to working somewhere. I mean, at least the exercise stuff should be fun. And walking and stuff. Did we get cloth? We did, yeah. So hopefully you can get there. But I appreciate it's probably feels a bit of an intimidating road at the moment. Hey QT, I would love the doctors to have good, bad, very bad system on my lab results and send numbers. Yeah. Yeah, my doctors do it on a system where it will say your number and then it will say if it's out of range or if it's normal. And then the weird thing is, normal isn't actually normal. It's normal for you. So that, and also out of range can sometimes mean, that's good, it's just it's out of range for you. And it is not the clearest of systems. And then what ends up happening is I end up Googling every single name, every single number, and then I actually work out, oh, that is good, or oh, that is not good. Why did you not tell me it's not good? Yeah, it is a vague system. How are you doing, cutie? How were your travels? In other news, I had a good Skull Cavern run the other day. Level 73 on an average luck day. Nice! Good job. Okay, we've only really got, yeah, we've only got big bombs left. Wait, no, we need to get out of... We did not get out of there. Please die. Be cute. I hate the slimes. If you wonder. Yep. Okay, seriously, ladder, where are you? That would have been really annoying if it had been there. Our trip was amazing. Japan is so cool, I can't even... Nice. But I'm happy to be back here on Twitch. I mean, Twitch is nice. It's not Japan nice, is it? You're okay to just go, yeah, you guys are fine, but I'd rather be in Japan. We'll understand. Ooh, it's a bit awkward. Oh, look at our health. Have we got anything else to eat? We do not. Should probably just get out of it, shouldn't I? Yeah. Off we go. Otherwise, Harvey's going to steal stuff from us and be really judgmental. Sorry, no spoilers. No, thank you. I would love to be in Japan and streaming as well. But here's what... Yeah, that makes sense. How close? We are close to... Yeah, not far off. Japan always looks so beautiful in so many pictures. It's got a bit of protein powder in my lung. I do not recommend. Yes. I pulled it back. It's fine. Eh. Sell a few bits. Keep the good stuff. I buy sap. definitely need to go see Clint tomorrow. You got a pun coming, chat?
JustJezza_ has an amazing pun to share. A polar bear walks into a bar and says to the bartender, "I'll have a rum and coke." The bartender asks, "What's with the big paws?" The bear shrugs, "I was born with them."
TTS kind of murdered that a little bit, but I approve. Good job, Jezza. Yeah, that's sweater. Hey, Gemini, how you doing? Also, we had snow this morning and a lot of winds right now, so coming back from 22 centigrade is very jarring. Oh. Yeah, that's going to hit you hard, QT. I'm sorry. I mean, weirdly, I would love snow. I probably won't want snow at the end of April. It's a bit late in the season for me. Yeah, TTS kill budget. I'll have a rum and coke. I can't remember I think you need to do 1 dot. I might be wrong. Guna is the expert of knowing how to get TTS to do what you want it to do. I am a mere amateur. How are you today? I'm good. Yeah, I had a really nice time in London and got back late Saturday because the train was delayed, so late Saturday. And it's been nice. Sunday I didn't do much. Sunday I just kind of chilled, caught up on washing, you know, all the adult stuff. And today has been nice so far. It's been, thank you, Jezza. I'm gonna, yeah, we'll finish the protein drink. I'll try not to choke on protein powder. Yeah, today has been fairly chill, really, because I haven't got any work projects on at the moment, so it was a nice kind of casual start to the day. Yeah, no complaints. Oh, and the roof is being fixed as I stream. I can every now and then hear the banging of a hammer. So hopefully soon I will have a stream room. I just gotta wait. I need the walls to dry out, but touch wood, the walls are visibly drying out. They are no longer wet to the touch. Because a plasterer hacked back basically all the plaster, so it's just bare brick at the moment. And when he first did it, you could touch them and they were soaking wet and disgusting. And now we've had good weather for about the past 10 days. Before that, I was using a dehumidifier, and I think we're getting there. It could be going well. Yeah, bang, 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 yeah. Glad it went well and you got to do a bit of sizing. Yeah, the weather was so nice in London. It was just really, it was the perfect weather, really. Not too warm. It was warm, but it wasn't crazy warm. I did weirdly catch a bit of a sun a couple of times. As in, I know my mum pointed out the back of my neck is a bit red, but it doesn't hurt. But yeah, got to see a lot of good things. The only thing is, I didn't get a walk up the Mall to get to Buckingham Palace because it was cordoned off. Because funny enough, there was a little thing known as the London Marathon happening a couple of days later. But it still looked cool. Nice weather, warm. Are you sure you went to the right city? I know. I got very, very lucky. It's actually warm here too. It's weird. I'm okay with snow, but I'm looking at the tree bending at scary angles from wind right now, and I need to go there soon to take a Ooh, I'm sorry. That does not sound nice, cutie. No, I do sympathise. Yeah, progress. Visibly, are you literally watching the paint dry? I'm watching the bare walls dry, so that's kind of a worse version than waiting for paint to dry. But yeah, you can actually see and feel the difference. So once it is completely dried out, then the plasterer can replaster all the walls. Then once that dries out, which only takes a few days, hopefully, then either I can get a decorator in or I can start painting it. The electrics will go in amongst all that. Basically, I think, I'm whispering it, but I think we might nearly be there, maybe. Which would be really nice because the house is full of, every room in the house is full of something it really needs to be in that room. So we're getting there. Anyway, we have a Who Got card in a second. It's over picks. It was surprising to see the green and sunny London ape. I did well, yeah. London Marathon was quite eventful. A new world record was set. The first ever sub 2 hour marathon. Yeah, 2 people did it too, didn't they? I feel bad for the second person who also did an amazing race and then didn't quite get the glory. Also, there was a world record for one of the para athletes who, coincidentally, I saw running in Hyde Park the day before. And he broke his own world record. He's a guy who runs on 2 prosthetic legs. And that was really cool. He was a British para athlete. And I saw him on my walk in Hyde Park on a Saturday morning. And then he went and smashed his world record the next day. So that was cool. Spent a few days in York last year. I'm from Queensland, but I have family in Yorkshire. And the whole time I was there, we got Queensland weather, 32 centigrade and muggy. Oh, that is unlucky for Yorkshire. Yeah. Yeah, that was rough. Yeah, I feel bad for the person that broke the world record and then still got second. That's just... you'd be a little bit bitter, wouldn't you? Right, we have a Hooga card. Okay. Oh, I've read the questions. One of them... None of them are cozy. None of them are chill. I think I'm going to... Nah, let's just do the first one. Okay. This one is way too heavy for a nice casual... It's meant to be cozy and like a hug and stuff. Would you ever consider having children with a person you were not in love with? See? Nice casual question. Not a big deal. It's me, of course they're not. Yeah, Jez, what are you doing? How do you pull these cards? What kind of question is this? No! Exclamation, all caps. Yeah. That's it's a lot, isn't it? I would say no. I mean, you kind of have a caveat of what about people who think they're in love and then they think about it after and go, oh no, I wasn't. That's going to get tricky. Does using a sperm donor count? That would be the one exception where I think that would be okay. Yeah, donors and surrogate. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I don't know if that was what they were getting at. I think what they were basically saying, I think really the crux of this is having children more important than being happily with someone? That's probably what it comes down to. Our past don't even want children to start with. That's a clear no from me, even if I'm in love with them. Yeah, that's fair. Ultimately no, but sperm donors are okay. Yeah, I haven't thought of sperm donors. That's valid. I have no idea if I'm at this point too old, but I would still probably kind of low-key would like children, but not in a crazy desperate way. Yeah, it's kind of comes and goes. This may depend on which kids I'm around on that particular occasion. I'd rather be happy, but that's pretty selfish to some. I think everything goes better in life if everyone focuses on being happy, for the most part. Because miserable people still tend to end up being selfish, in my experience. It's just they do it in a miserable way rather than I'm happy this way. I'm committed to the crazy cat dad life. That's fair. Yeah. Okay, the other 2 questions aren't quite as full on, but they still have a hint of the Jezza effect. Have you ever chosen to be honest even though your choice cost you money? Yeah, I think so. Probably nothing major, but probably... I've had times where, like a workman has given me the wrong quote for something and I've gone, oh no, you said the other day it was going to be this amount. And also I think in my work I probably underquoted and then realised and then thought, but yeah. I personally want at least 1 child, but can totally understand why people do. Yeah, that's how I feel, Hannah. I mean, age-wise and health-wise, I don't even know if 1 is an option, but I'm an only child, so I don't want everything to end with me, necessarily. 3rd question. Do you think IQ tests are a true measure of intelligence? No, not in the slightest. They're good at showing that your brain is good at a certain line of thought. That doesn't necessarily correlate to you're intelligent. And I can say this in a cocky way, because I've had IQ tests where I've proper fully assessed ones, and I have a high IQ, but I'm lazy, and it just means I'm really good at completing puzzles, basically. So Yeah, it's not. I mean, it probably gives you a bit of an advantage, but only if you actually use it. And lots of people don't. And there's lots of people that would have an average IQ and would be incredibly intelligent because they would put the work in and actually try. IQ tests are about as reliable as the Hogwarts sorting hat. Yeah. I feel like I'm pretty smart, but I'm lazy too. Yeah. I think there's. It's like how BMI measuring supposedly how healthy somebody is. That tells you nothing. It just tells you their body mass index figure. That's it. People are so much more than one figure, is it? I think if you did well in life and you feel like you can give a good life to a new person, you might consider donor surrogacy. I don't think being in love is a prerequisite for happiness. No, it definitely isn't. No, you can be very happy not being in love. I'd like one child, but like Hannah, I don't judge people who don't want you. Yeah, exactly. It's a pure you do you, whatever makes you happy. Because there's a lot of people in the world who have kids that probably should not, to be blunt. So it is good to check in with yourself and know exactly what you want from your life, especially when it comes to raising an entire human being. That's a big thing. But obviously, when you do have a whole human being in your life, feel free to throw an IQ test at them and see if that helps. It won't. Look, I don't like IQ tests, and I don't think they measure intelligence correctly. But when I got a high number on it, I believe that. It's very cute. I got a good high number. But I'm lazy. Yeah. I'm quick also. I think it's more I'm quick rather than particularly intelligent. I'm just quick to react to things. I'm actually a Mensa, but I'm basically a moron in a lot of ways. See, that would be me. I know I would be eligible to join Mensa. I'm not surprised. As mentioned, there's a reason I lazy mid-maxing when it came to eating healthy. Make the bad stuff harder to get to and the good stuff readily accessible. And I would choose the good stuff because I don't have to get rummaging to the back of a cupboard. Yeah, I'm lazy. I kind of joke that I am too busy to be lazy, which is kind of true, but what I'm getting at is naturally I am a very lazy person. And that also correlates to learning stuff. I'll learn stuff I'm really interested in. If I'm not interested in it, good luck. I'm not going to focus on it. Nah. Anyway, Mayor Lewis. There's a chill in the air. It could just be the approach of winter. Or it could be the tingle of a dark spectre, here to help us celebrate tomorrow's festival, Spirit's Eve. Come to town at 10 p.m. if you'd like to participate. Oh, that's late in the day, Mayor Lewis. I might be in bed by then. With IQ tests, though, I do hate it when there are certain people in the world who will basically lord it over you if they either had a high IQ in their test, or if they've just got really good grades throughout school or something, and you think, no, don't do that. That just makes you look obnoxious. And also, it doesn't tell you the full story of the person. I don't think it's necessarily something to boast about. I mean, you can boast about achievements that aren't relating to passing tests well, but there are so many intelligent people in the world who struggle in exam situations. But they're really intelligent otherwise. Don't hold much stock in IQ tests. I'm a good problem solver in the logistics organisational sense, but numbers slay me. Yeah, fair. Put banana and fruit on a bowl on the side. Put chocolate way at the back of a cupboard. It's also why I have lots of water bottles at my desk because I hate having to get up to get. Yeah, I need a constant. Particularly before I had Crohn's, I could very easily forget to eat and drink because I'd get busy. So I have to make sure it's in front of me. Because particularly if I don't eat, I get really ill. So. And the same with water, to be honest. You need water. Going to bed too early to enjoy the festival. You're getting too real. That's a late festival. When I was coming back on the train from London, that scared the life out of me.
Aurora.
Hey, Aurora. Welcome in. How you doing? But yeah, when I was coming back from London Saturday night, because the train was delayed, we basically got the start of... Well, we got people that were going out for a night out in the next city. And they were going for a night out that was going to start at 9 p.m. And there was a part of me who was thinking, nah, I don't want a night out that starts at 9 p.m. That's going to be a really late night. And just nah. And that was when I realised I was old and I was actually totally okay with that. That's fine. Because the whole time I was waiting while the train was delayed. Oh, we have got ancient fruit. I didn't realise. I was just thinking, I just want to go home and have a shower and go to bed. That's all I wanted to do. I got a solidly mid-grade in education. Yeah, I kind of did too. And that's because I didn't put the effort in. Yeah, it was just, I did enough to do well and get where I needed to go. And I didn't care about getting A's or A stars or A pluses or whatever. Happened to a friend of mine where this guy was bragging about having a certain degree, and my friend said, that's all well and good, but we're still doing the same job at McDonald's. Yeah. I mean, I used to know somebody that worked in, no slight on it, because I've worked in a call centre, but they worked in kind of a call centre job that literally anyone could get if they just went, yeah, I'm good at customer service. And they were privately educated. They had a degree from a really good university in the UK, and there they were, working in a call centre with people who had probably just GCSEs. And yeah, we're all kind of the same at heart. I'm late for a very important stream. How you doing, Aurora? Does feel like people who believe IQ tests religiously, like it's an objective number on a scale of intelligence. Usually some AMA tech bros and conservative podcasters. Yeah. Yeah, they're just... Some people just want to lord things over others. And... But I think we can all come up with a choice of word or words to describe those people. They're not the best, usually. That's a cliche, but the way you say, I'm going to say it again, water bottles, tickles me. I wasn't expecting Aurora's intro either. I'm going to keep a wool, I think. Certainly the cloth. My last night out when I was 22. 13 years later, I still have no desire. Yeah, it's fair. I used to, in my late teens, early 20s, go out for a fair amount of nights out. And then life changed, and then I just didn't. And I have been on nights out since. But I don't know, I'm not really a fan of getting drunk to the point that you're staggering home. That's not really for me. Which I'm sure some people would say is boring, and it's fine. You can study as much as you want, but at the end of the day, we're still just people. Exactly. Lording over others, be thankful you haven't met my brother. Oh, I'm sorry, Luminary. Word to describe those people starts with a C and ends with a T. Yeah, carrot. They're complete carrots. We're gonna go see Clint. We got some geodes and things. I say that. No, okay. I was gonna say the Omni geodes we could keep and get to 5 artifact, but yeah, let's see Clint now. Complete cardboard cutout carrot. Yeah, not baby carrot though. That one's okay. Yeah, but baby carrot seems cool. I keep missing all their streams because of time zones. Where is Clint? How has Clint got an actual life? Where are you, Clint? Also a word beginning with C and ending with T. Just saying. Oh, he's up community center. Well, I suppose I did build that. Fair enough. We're very rock and roll. We put the kids to bed at 8 and we watch TV in bed for a bit. That sounds quite nice, though. These days, I am very much I try to go to bed by 10. Which is a shame, because sometimes I miss out on certain streams I'd like to see. I need to sleep. It kind of works out better for me. It makes the next day so much easier. You're such a Clint. Yeah. Poor Clint. He deserves better. Hey, Clint. People are being rude about you. Weather doesn't really matter to me. I typically stay near my shop year round. He says while nowhere near his shop. Depressing, huh? You're fine, Clint. Have you tried, working on your personality a little bit? Let's go see the travelling merchant. Does he deserve better, though? Does he really? Well, he deserves to realise he needs to work on himself, and then he deserves better. I do feel a little bit bad for him. He's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. But also, it's such a close-knit community. You think others could try and sort of jolly him along a bit? I'm definitely going to romance Clint when the update comes out. I do that, yeah. It'll be an interesting path to see what happens. Ultimately, what this entire place needs is a therapist. Because most of the people here could really do with a therapist. Some are more obvious about it, like Clint. I think pretty much all of them need some kind of therapy. Clint looks like that hipster guy you'd see at Starbucks in the early 2000s. Yeah, I see that. I feel that. Some people I like a lot stream late, and I sometimes stay very late to catch them, but that hurts me in return, so yeah. And I try and make it work, but I need to sleep. For a second there, I thought you were talking about the chat, which was basically... Do we want anything? We are slightly at a loss with... No, I won't buy that. Yeah, we're at kind of weird transitional bit. Need a fish pond. Then when it gets to winter, I can catch a sturgeon. Matron fruit is growing incredibly slowly, in kind of a wrong place, but here we are. What's the player's job? Sorry, I've got lost. QT needs to stream live 4 hours earlier. Yeah, I often miss QT streams. QT tends to stream when I'm doing other things, which is the other thing. Basically what I'm saying is streamers need to stream at the exact time I'm not doing anything and I don't need to sleep. Is that too much to ask? I want to get back into streaming, but I just can't find them. That's okay, Chezza. You'll get there. And you don't have to stream, but I bet you one day you're just going to go, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm hitting the start streaming button. The player is the town's therapist in addition to everything. Yeah, we are sometimes. Yeah, that is a very, very valid point. Yeah. What should we do? We're kind of killing time. I've been battling for therapy for the last 3 years and it's been impossible. Oh, it's so hard to get therapy in the UK. I don't know what it's like for other countries, but in the UK it's hard. When I had a therapist, where am I going? I don't know. Yeah, when I had a therapist, I had to go private because otherwise I never would have got anywhere. But that's because I was lucky enough to have the money to do so. Hey, Miss Rachie, how you doing? Today's blood test results. I think trying streaming again is good. Oh, well, good luck, Sai. Everyone, it sounds like we need to start following Sai. They're going to be streaming again at some point soon. And I hope it goes well for you. What are you thinking of streaming, Sai? My mum managed to get one free therapy session a few years ago. Then was put on a waiting list and still hasn't been seen again. That sounds very UK health service-ish. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds... NHS rejected me for their therapy service. My local mental health centre refused to treat me because of my autism, and the last therapist at the surgery left because of overbearing work. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, it's so underfunded in the UK. Probably elsewhere as well. So I'm guessing there isn't going to be a country that goes, nah, it's brilliant. Hey, Wit, how are you doing? QT has incredibly cute emotes, definitely. No idea. My happy place game is Borderlands 2, which is...
_wasp for subscribing for 6 months. Excuse me.
QT_wasp just resubscribed for 6 months. Excuse me, is this where I can get a dancing guinea pig emote? Thank you so much.
Halico
one dance, Halico one dance, Halico one dance.
Halico. Okay, Brian. Thank you, QT. Thank you for the sub. And yes, you get the dancing guinea pig emote. You get dancing mouse. But yeah, thank you so much for the gift sub. Not the gift sub, the sub. Words. But yeah, Halico 1. Brian is having a moment. Yeah, no idea. My happy place game is Borderlands 2, which is kind of old niche. I do some map making with D&D too. Yeah, I would have thought. I mean, I do not know anything about D&D, but I know there is a big community of it on Twitch, so that might be a good bet. Don't get me started about the way I was treated when I was in hospital recently. Scared the shit out of me, pun not intended. But for those who don't know, Jezza had
Osok 1 just resubscribed for 13 months. Waspaw.
Wasp or. I was going to say wasp or, and then went wasp or. Thank you, Ozzy. Thank you for the sub. Well, come on in. We have a tiny little gift. Why can I not do words today? We have a tiny little hype train at the moment. So thank you all. But yeah, for those who don't know, Jezza had, what was it, a bowel infection, wasn't it? But yeah, so it was a really rough time for Jezza. And yes. Waspaw, who's that? I don't know who Waspaw is, but yeah. That could be a cool username though. Yeah, so it was scaring the shit out of them. Yeah, that checks out. Two play. Oh, that's brutal. Are you able to eat everything you want now, Jezza? I think you are, but yeah, any kind of lasting repercussions? Majuing is going well. We're kind of. I still need to work out fully what we're going to do because it feels like we're getting into the complexities of kind of later game Stardew. And I'll admit, a little part of me misses the early days where it was a little bit simpler and a little bit more straightforward. But on the other hand, we've got big aims like we need to make dinosaur mayonnaise. And how can you not want to make dinosaur mayonnaise? That's the dream. Making me want to log in Stardew. I do like Stardew. For a long time I didn't. And then I started streaming it and now I entirely get why people love it. Yeah. It is addictive. It's pure, like this. This is cut down one more tree. Okay, cut down another tree. Oh, it's been 3 hours. Why am I still here? I'm 1,000 times better now. And it gave me a kick up the ass to look after myself. That's something at least. That's a rough way to get that kick up your ass. But at least something good has come of it. Because yeah, I think any kind of health scare, a lot of the time, is a really good way to kind of get you a bit, I need to sort this out. Or at the very least, you're kind of there going, I don't want this to happen again. What do I need to do to make sure this doesn't happen again? Or at least cut down your risk of it happening again. Because sadly, life's kind of random, so sometimes bad things still just happen, but it's nice to feel a bit of control. Thank you, Ozzy. I shall have a drink momentarily. Wait, just one more tree away. Exactly like I said. Seems impossible to get to level 100 of a skull. Yeah. I'll go there one day. I might end up cheating. I might end up using an elevator mod and doing it that way. Because I've got nothing to prove. It's a single player game. Who cares? Okay, I was like, what the heck? What's the big deal about this game? And now I'm playing, I'm addicted. Yeah. I think it takes a little bit of time to click. Because early on, you're basically left with, hey, do you want to just clear all these weeds? And you're there going, not really. That feels like work. I mean, as it goes along, you unlock bits of story. You get to know people. You get kind of invested. And then the next minute, you're there going, I have to rush to go give this leek to George. It's his birthday. And that's when you know you got it. The reason I even got it wasn't necessarily I was eating poorly. I think it might be my air fryer, as it was very old. And I think despite me cleaning it, due to all the things that have been cooked in there over the past 5 years of owning it, it made the grill in there a little dodgy bacteria. That would make sense, yeah. Air fryers are oddly... They're not as easy to clean as you would think. Like, they're easy to wipe clean, but deep clean gets a little bit more complicated. Yes, I know spoilers, but thank you. To be honest, ideally, if you could not sort of even suggest that these things are possible, that would be appreciated. I know it's kind of a little bit strict on that, but I'm just enjoying kind of the bit where I absolutely have no idea what is even possible in this game. Because then when I come across something, I won't come across that. But yeah, when I come across something else, it's nice to just be a bit, oh, I didn't know you could do that. So I appreciate it, thank you. So I want to play Stardew where all the dateable characters are modded as Bill Skarsgård. Yeah, I can understand. I'm surprised. There's a mod for everything. The doctor who spoke to me was asking if I'd gone swimming in a lake recently. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Funny enough, when my Crohn's was undiagnosed and they didn't know what it was, which was kind of stupid because they did know there was a family history of Crohn's in the family, but we'll skim over that. I quite often got asked if I'd ever been swimming in a lake because they were a bit, well, maybe it's that. And it was a bit, no, I would never do that. I think that might be the first thing they always come up with. That's one reason I bought a more fancy air fryer, the kind that doesn't use a basket. It's so much easier to clean. Yeah, mine has 2 baskets, which is very useful, but then you're kind of... It never feels quite as... I don't know. Stuff seems to stick. It's meant to be non-stick. I've used things to kind of put the food in rather than just go straight in my basket. And stuff spits up. Stuff leaks. It's, yeah. Somehow, to me, it feels harder to clean the air fryer than it would the cooker. Maybe because of the heat involved, maybe it just kind of ingrains itself in. That's not really a word, but let's say it's a word. That's the only thing I can think of where I would have contracted something like that. As it was in 2 parts for bowel each. Oh, that sounds brutal, Jezza. That's not good. Put my farm to shame. Really, my farm is awful. My farm is... I have seen some amazingly organised farms that are just so precise. And what happens with me is I walk around it and I go, where should I put this? And I just go, just dump it there. That's fine. And there is very little order to my system. Especially when it comes to seeds and things. It's just, there's a gap. Chuck the seed on there. And then I look at other people and I look and think, look at you with your fancy system. Everything is maximised to the best efficiency. And I secretly hate them. Envy them too. But a little bit of hate. No worries, QT. I'm off to take out the trash and pick up some groceries. Pray I won't get carried away by wind like a loose but a bit overweight. Stay safe, QT. Stay away from the trees. French door air fryer. Oh, that sounds so fancy. I barely even use my actual oven except for bacon. Yeah, I hardly ever use the oven anymore. But I need to Google this fancy thing. Oh, that looks so fancy. I don't think... I'm gonna have to do a whole bunch of things to stop I don't get dogs, but... Gemini's got a fancy air fryer. Because I've got a Ninja one, which works very well, and I shall hydrate. But the cleaning kind of lets it down, but... You gotta hate those incredibly organised people just a little. We don't tell them because we're English, so we keep it all inside and smile and wait. Yeah. Also, it's that kind of accepting thing of, no, I'm really envious. Yeah, that doesn't mean to be mean. So I'm just gonna read something really quickly. Chat. Yeah, how I said at the start of a stream, I didn't think I was going to get to keep this very expensive headset I'm wearing now. I think I might get to keep it. I just got the email back about the coverage, and I was all very good and honourable and was all, so where do you want me to send it back? I don't think they've replied and sent me a whole bunch of other stuff and have said nothing about me sending it back. Chat, I think it might be mine. Anyway, I'm going to catch up with chat because I got a little bit distracted there. I didn't mean to look, and then I did. Leave it to Gemini to pop off about air fryer. I love my air fryer. I'm just saying it now. No, it's just being human, I feel. Yeah, it's that thing where you kind of go, I hate you, and then you think about it and think, no, actually, I kind of envy you for being that organised. Obviously, when I say hate, I don't really mean hate, because that's a very strong word. But yeah, you kind of look and think, you suck because you're so much better than me. That's what... You should send it to me. I'd love to, Ozzy. I mean, I wouldn't really love to, but... Yeah, I think I might get it. I love how this has happened before with PRs, where what they do is they basically just ignore what you said and then they just carry on, and you're there going, you didn't say to return it. And then you're kind of left morally thinking, well, I've offered. Not my problem. If you didn't want it back, I'd give them an opportunity. I had this once with a smartwatch. That was handy. I didn't expect it with this phone. So there we go. Exciting. But anyway, we have ads coming up in a few minutes. When they kick in, I will take a quick break. I haven't got any more snacks now, because as mentioned, I'm on my trying to eat better thing. And I probably do need to sort out some better snacks while I'm streaming, but that's not today. Thank you for a follow. We have anonymous follows, but welcome in. Yeah, so I should take a quick little break for a stretch. You should also probably stretch or get a snack. Do better than me. Get yourself a tasty snack. Well, it won't be for a couple of minutes. I've lost my... Well, those rock... Oh, yeah, it was because we were cutting away the forest. That's okay. I was hoping my pond would finish today, but it hasn't yet. We're going to pet all the pets. Hey, Katsunani, how are you doing? Got a lot of eggs, Jet. The chickens are back to being happy. I better go and find brunch fast. I wonder what I have in my fridge. Ooh, I hope you got something tasty, Si. Later, I'm going to be cooking some chicken. I don't know what to do with the chicken, but something with chicken and rice, probably. I think I have some peppers. I don't have much else of anything, but I did buy some cool new spices when I was in London, so I'm sure I can make it pretty interesting. Because I haven't done, to sound very British, I haven't done the big shop yet. All I've done is kind of pick away at buying bits and pieces. Tomorrow I'm doing the big shop. I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? find a new old stock Logitech Rumble Pad 2 from 2005 in a cash converters the other day for £10. Nice. It's basically a PS2 controller, but USB and direct input for PC with a Logitech. Yeah, that sounds useful. I spent so long years ago trying to find good controllers for the PC. As in before you could just connect an Xbox or a PlayStation controller to it. And I'd never found the right one. They were always not... They felt a bit weird. I made stew, which means I have stew for 5 years. Yeah. That's why I'm no good at batch cooking. I get bored of batch cooking. Like, I'll enjoy the meal for a couple of days, and then I'll be there going, oh, I don't want to do this all week. I want to eat something else. I'm doing the big shop on Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow is my big shop. After the gym, which is a risky time, because what happens is I go to the gym and I get really hungry, and then it is all down to vibes and what do I feel like eating, and it doesn't always succeed. I can eat soup and stew, but I am not a soup fan. I want to eat my food, not drink it. Oh, the stupid festival means that's what's causing the disruption. How annoying. Post a picture in the Discord. I had many Microsoft... Yeah, I had the Microsoft Sidewinder controllers. And yeah, it never quite worked. Thank you for the hydrate. By the way, I was going to say, ads are coming in. I'm going to take my little break. Everyone, go eat soup, stew, breakfast, brunch, whatever. Go find something to eat. Come back in 3 minutes, and we will be here for more. Sorry, chat. I was finishing eating a bit of Easter egg I found. And I didn't hit continue because I thought if we have another round, I'm going to eat more Easter egg. And this would be a very bad thing. I was pleased I found it. What were we going to do? Oh yeah, the festival means we can't do anything. We could carry on chopping down the trees. Remember, I think somebody told me Fields of Mystery doesn't do that. So you can still go about your business when there's a festival getting ready. And it is one of the more annoying parts of Stardew. Hey G-Force, how you doing? I may have eaten the chocolate too fast. Ooh, a frozen geode. That's relatively rare. I suppose we could go to the skull cavern, but I'm mostly trying to get this woodcut back. Don't mind the watch pinging. What do we got here? We do not... The funny thing is, in life I may go, no, but people are cutting down trees for monsters, and here I am going, I want my land flat. Come on, land. So chat, what have you got planned for the rest of the day? Have you got anything good? I mean, many of you are probably finishing up work. That's not so good. Need to take it easy, so watching your channels... Oh, I'd love to have you here, G-Force, but... I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, after the stream, I'm going to be walking, as always. Some food. Something interesting with chicken and rice. And... yeah, I think I'm going to mostly chill this evening. Oh, and catch up on work emails, of course. A weird situation where I don't really have much work to do, but I still have work emails to deal with. I work tonight, but it's only 8 AM here, so I have some time to... Oh, that's good. At least, yeah, you got about a bit of time where... Having said that, when I worked in retail, when I worked in Blockbuster, which truly ages me there, when I worked in Blockbuster, I used to sometimes have shift patterns, but I'd work, say, 5 PM to 10 PM. And the problem was, it never felt like I truly enjoyed the day, because something in the back of my head would always think, yeah, but you're working in 5 hours time or something. So I think sometimes I prefer to get the work out the way at the start. Not that you could at Blockbuster. Also, admittedly, when you had when you had an open shift at Blockbuster, it was so boring. Because funny enough, nobody tends to rent a film at 10 o'clock in the morning. I work 7 PM to 8 AM, which, ooh, that's a long shift. Yeah, I do not envy you that. As a consumer, Blockbuster was excellent. Working there depends on your branch. Yeah. I got very lucky. The people I worked with were genuinely really nice people. To the point that I'm still in contact with a few of them, and I left a really long time ago. Like 15 years ago, I think, is when I left. But I still know, check in with a few of them. I'm actually going to go to a concert with one of them next month? No, it might be the end of June. But I'm going to a concert with them anyway, so yeah, still in a lot of contact with them. But yeah, retail, I mean, anywhere you work really depends on who you work with as to how enjoyable it is. But I think retail even more so, because it is such, to be blunt, a lot of the time you're kind of fighting it out against the consumer. Not literally, but when you're dealing with rude customers, you want everyone to be sticking together. I miss Blockbuster too. Before I worked there, I would visit a lot. And that was the thing, I have a lot of nostalgia for Blockbuster. My dad used to have those kind of shift patterns. Where you leave work at 6 in the morning and not come back till 8 in the evening. Stinks, but someone has to take care of people overnight. I work in health. That's a good, valuable job, at least. I mean, I don't know if you get treated with the respect you should, but yeah, that's an important one. Okay, in a predictable twist, we have no energy, and the festival doesn't start for 5 hours. This feels like life. It's the amount of times I've had a day where I've gone, oh, it's 5 PM, but I need to stay awake till 10 because this thing is happening. We can do it. We can coast. Shame you can't take a nap in this game. I know you can eat food, obviously. I guess we could do. I work in food industry, catering. Ah, nice. Do you enjoy it in working in the food industry? I think that's one of the few kind of everyday industries I haven't worked in. I know a lot of people who have worked in hospitality. I never have. Sometimes definitely not. Get yelled at and called the worst person because they get brought their prescribing. Yeah. Rather, having spent a lot of time in or around hospitals in particular, it feels like there are two types of people in the world. The ones who are there going, no, I'm really grateful you're here. And then the complete opposite, who are just there going, you're in, yeah, they're just going to treat you like dirt. There is no in between, it feels like. Oh, were you wagging your tail like lunatic Roy? Oh, it's so cute. Look at his little tail. He's a happy little pooch. It's fine, most of my clients are elderly, 60 plus. Yeah, that's good one. I'm glad it's fine. You worked for a company called Constar, who made bottles for Coke and all the other big companies. They're an American company, and unfortunately they got rid of a UK branch in 2018. Because after 20 plus years of working there, my dad bounced around from job to job and then eventually decided to retire last year. And he's much happier now. Oh, I'm glad he got to retire. We do have some clients, but okay. Working the overnight shift in healthcare is wild. I can always tell when it's full moon. Gotcha. I have to say, the chat in the screen is too small so I can't read it, and that's on my large 55-inch TV, so I have to enable the Twitch chat myself anyway. I'm sorry, GeForce. Might be maybe the resolution on your TV. I mean, I can only see it on a monitor. It is smaller at the moment, mostly because there's so much going on screen. It's kind of a kind of backup source compared to Twitch chat. But yeah, certainly something I'll consider for the future. But it's more with Stardew. There is so many different things on screen. I don't want to cover up too much. But yeah. I'd be surprised how the older people act, since my clients have old men. Gotcha. Age is such an interesting one, because it really depends on the person. Like, my mum's got friends who, they feel like they've been old for 20 years. My mum's not particularly old, she's not an old soul, but some of the people she knows, yeah. Very old-fashioned views we'll go with. Not even kind of obviously, I'm not saying they're racist, all that kind of stuff, just kind of, I don't know, they don't want to travel too far, because, it's scary to go to the next city, that kind of stuff. The weird one. My body thinks it elderly with how bad it cracks. Yeah, be meh. Hey Jace. Oh Marnie, I want to go to the maze. I'm not scared. She's totally scared. Hi Hallie, have you had a productive fall? Now as a British person that just sounds funny, because that makes it just sound like, have you had a productive fall over today? And then Mary going, yes, I have fallen, often. Same with my mum. You wouldn't think she was 62. Yeah, it's the same for mine. Although my mum did get a bit freaked out when we were in London, because every time we were going on the underground, a lot of people would get up and let her have a seat, and she was a bit, am I looking old? And I was a bit, I don't know, but look, you get to sit down on the underground. I don't, so just take it. I'm too scared. Oh, Hayley. Not that bad. What we got in the shop? Oh, we already have that. Okay. Nothing I want, right? I bet that's hard for her. But yes, in that situation, I just take this. Yeah. She put it down to the fact she hasn't dyed her hair in a bit. And where I live, loads of people don't dye their hair. But she was kind of paying attention and was going, look, all these people in London, they're obviously dyeing their hair. And I think she might have had a point. I think that probably made her look a bit older than... I mean, she is 70, but I think the grey hair was kind of... It was instinctively making people on the underground go, oh, she's vulnerable, let her have a seat. But on the other hand, she got to sit down, so... Don't get too close to the cage. Why, Marlon? Are the skeletons going to get me? I have no idea how these skeletons are walking. Creepy. Why is there no more pumpkin ale? Did you drink it all, Shane? One of my iridium-infused maces would make quick work of these things. Okay, Clint. Clint has been a badass. Most of the time, my clients call asking for how much this or that is. They're acting like they don't want to pay. Oh, that's annoying. Thank you for the hydrate, Jezza. We have moved on to standard water because the protein, it got a bit pulpy near the end. Well, winter's almost here. It's a great time to stockpile wood and stone. Is it? Is winter the time where you go, right, I'm stockpiling wood and stone? I've been talking a lot. I thought you needed it. I think I do, yeah. I haven't seen Mara in hours. I hope she's alright. She's lost in a maze, isn't she? I think I'm going to romance Sebastian. He's the typical kind of emo boy I crush on. Yeah, I approve. I don't blame you at all. It's a lot of fun to cook with pumpkin. Such an interesting fruit. Good job, Gus. Yeah, but very eager. Hello, Hallie. It's chilly, isn't it? Elliot is always kind of aloof, isn't he? Hey, Pam. I'll come to any event with free grub. You won't see me in the haunted maze, though. Yeah, I'm with her. Yeah, free grub is free grub. Oh, you're in Alabama. How'd you like it, Kitsunani? I'm an emo boy at heart, but on the outside I just look like your typical millennial guy into rock music. Hey, I say it, Jezzy, you've aged out of the emo boy stage. To make you feel better, I was slightly too old for the emo era. I could have gone emo. I didn't quite. Yeah, I was solidly into the indie music era. When most stuff like The Killers and Franz Ferdinand and Arctic Monkeys for first time round and what was that? Chelsea Dag. No, not Chelsea. The Fratellis, that was it. I don't think anyone remembers the Fratellis anymore, but they were huge. Every club I ever went into, the Fratellis would be playing. Good evening, Hallie. Have you ventured into the haunted maze yet? It's quite spooky. I have not. Mother won't let me go into the maze. Sob. I mean, Vincent looks scared even before he's gone in there. I think that's called being a good mother. Vincent's upset I won't let him go into the haunted maze, but he's just a little boy. Hey, Hallie. Nice evening, isn't it? I get scared very easily. I'll leave a haunted maze to the younger people. They're getting scared too, Caroline. Hi, sorry, mouthful of blackberries. That's my kind of person. Back when the Arctic Monkeys actually had their English accent was... Yeah. I'm not a fan of a return of Arctic monkeys. They were fine the first time round, and then they came back. Do you like the jack-o'-lanterns? I carved them myself. Good job, then. The other day I saw, hey Sebastian, it's pretty cool though. Yeah, the skeletons are, yes. I saw the Foo Fighters perform some of their new album. It's very, very generic. That's the best thing I can say. I wasn't, no, they've lost it somewhere. I think they just got too old. I used to get a lot of attention from emo girls back in my single days. I think it was the guitar and singing that did it. I had a little fan club at the bar I used to go to. It was quite nice, Jezza. A guitar kind of always works, I think. It's kind of, I don't know, there's something alluring about a guitar player. I say that admittedly as somebody that now somewhat actively avoids one, but that's because of bad memories. Hey Harvey, you found me. The truth is, I got too scared, so I came here to hide. Don't tell anyone. He is hiding like guinea pigs hide. He is pure, I've got my head towards the hedge. You can't see me. I can't see you, so obviously you can't see me. Yay, Measure, good job. That stuff is so horrible. Especially the bit near the end where it goes kind of powdery and... yeah, yucky stuff. Well done, proud of you. I hope it is now kind to you while it leaves. The vapour from his cauldron is making my head spin, but I can't seem to leave. That doesn't sound good, does it? That sounds concerning. They used to do YouTube back in the day, you know, before the algorithm existed, and people would actually be able to discover me. I hate that algorithm. Kind of loses the creativity and it is just pure algorithm driven. There's something weird over there, but how do I get to it? That's a good point. I remember we got a bit lost last time. Can't go on. Spiders. Oh. She's got a point. Oh, okay. So, as predicted, we can go. Ooh. Can we? Oh. This is different. Treasure chest. We got the golden pumpkin. It's valuable, but has no other purpose. Oh. Well, we got it at least. Take the secret shortcut back. Yeah, sure. That was easier than I expected. Now I just need to expel all the juice, which is fine because I don't need a taste. Yeah, I mean, to be somewhat crude, get yourself a good book, good magazine, just get yourself set up to be in that bathroom. And yeah, I think that part is not as evil as the prep. It's still not great, but it's a lot better than the prep. Because like you said, you don't have to taste it anymore. It's just going to leave you. I've been playing since I was 13, and I'm 34 now, so that's pretty long. Yeah, it is. But a strange man who lives in the tower set it all up himself. He wouldn't let anyone near while he was working on it. But he's called the Wizard, Lewis. Yeah, when I turned 30, I bought a guitar with plans to start playing. And in typical ADHD style, I impulsively bought the guitar and then never learnt to play. And now I don't have it anymore. Actually, we don't need to go there, do we? But it was a nice idea at the time. I think we're about done, aren't we? We got the golden pumpkin, it was very easy. Easy money, at least. Guitar was one of my ADHD hobbies when I was younger too, but I never started. Yeah, it always looks so tempting, and you see people play it and go, how hard can it be? And it turns out, like a lot of things in life, it's probably okay if you put the practice in, and I could never be bothered. Yeah. But if I collected up all the things I'd bought impulsively to learn to do, I'd have a lot of stuff. My girlfriend did exactly that. Even though she's a guitar teacher here, she could never find time. Yeah, I mean, she's got the perfect... Yeah, that's our bonding exercise, isn't it? And she still hasn't done it. Yay, we got wine for the Joja Mart thing. Because at least in my case, I was going to have to learn from books or YouTube or, yeah. I think I bought some kind of online course that was going to teach me. Because obviously I did, because that's pure ADHD, isn't it? What did you do? You bought the guitar, a bunch of books, a video course. Did you learn? No, of course I didn't. I'm not buying that stuff to learn, I'm just buying that stuff to satisfy the dopamine. I have small hands, so I didn't have the right hands to play. Yeah, actually I have quite small hands, so I'm going to use that excuse. Also, weirdly, when I have tried, I play the guitar left-handed, despite being right-handed. It just feels naturally better that way round. I went to 2 lessons, and that's 2 more than I did. That is way better than I did. I entered a raffle to win a guitar. Thought if I won, I'd learn to play. I won, and it's travelled around with me for 8 years, and I've never learned once. At least you got a cool guitar. The one I had was just a very cheap one, that didn't even look particularly... It was fine. For anyone who was here during the very first few streams, which I think is no one, I didn't have a green screen, and I still have a guitar, and you would see it in the background of a stream. That was its sole purpose. It looked good in my background. You did, Jezza. But you can still celebrate it now. But only because they were my... Oh, that does help. But, you know, we've got Jezza, whose girlfriend could be taught by Jezza, and they still haven't. So, you're still ahead, Wit. You're doing your best. Quick question for you and chat. You win 90 million in Lotto. What are you doing with your money after taxes? Well, in the UK, luckily... there would be no taxes, because there aren't any taxes on that. Taxis? Tax? Yeah, it kind of sounds the same. Yeah, but you don't have to pay tax on winning, so I'd get the full 90 million, which would be nice. To be honest, I'd buy property. Yeah, we've got the fish pond. Definitely buy property. I'd pay off the mortgages for a lot of friends and family. Basically, any loved ones. And travel. Lots of travel. That would be the main thing. Also, this sounds very, very good of me, but I would actually want to do something to try and... That money is such an obscene amount. I'd want to help people too. And not just people I know, but, you know, I'd probably want to start hire somebody who knows what to do with starting a charity. Probably help, homeless people, or maybe a food bank for a family, something. That's the thing, I'd have to hire somebody who knew exactly what they were doing so that they could advise me, because I suspect I wouldn't have the expertise. But the key thing, first of all, is pay off loads of people's debt. And definitely travel. And to be honest, while I'm travelling, I'd probably go and meet a whole bunch of international friends and just be giving out money left, right and centre. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Get to a travelling merchant. Although actually, the very first thing I'd do is I'd probably cry, because 90 million feels too much. I'd be very comfortable with a couple of million. 90 million I think I would find a bit overwhelming. And a bit uncomfortable. So there would be the initial anxiety attack of, oh God, I am insanely rich. What do I do now? Buy land, build property, invest. Make sure people are looked after. Cheer bits on Twitch. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Yeah. It would be very, you wouldn't know, but there would be signs where I'd go into, say, Drongo's stream, and, well, actually, pretty much everyone I know, their stream, and I just drop 100 gift subs and then vanish. And I might not even explain, just leave 100 gift subs and then drop out of chat, and then they'd be there going, what the hell happened there? Oh, I've got trash bread. Great. I'd move to Thailand or Japan permanently, retire my parents, give to charity. That sounds good to me. Travel, pay off my house, sell it, buy a bigger house outright, buy my mum's place for her, then I travel the world. That sounds good to me. That sounds like my kind of set of priorities. I suppose admittedly, if you won 90 million, you don't have to drop 100 gift subs. You could just drop 1,000, couldn't you? Or that weird thing where you can gift subs to all the people that are in chat at that time. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Perhaps I'd move to Japan, as living in Japan is quite nice. Working there is a different story. Yeah. I'd probably buy multiple properties is the key. I don't know where I would sell. Let's go see Clint. But yeah, I'd like options. I think a key thing with winning any significant value of money, the bit I most want in life is to not have to think about money. I don't necessarily need to be rich, I just need to be able to buy what I want when I want without necessarily stressing or thinking, what do we get? Oh, fish taco. Okay. You're overthinking it and thinking, can I afford that? That, it's the freedom that money brings, is the cool bit. Let's catch up on what we've got. We have a fish taco. I don't know if I want to eat a fish taco that's inside a rock that had to be smashed open by a blacksmith. We will, but I'm a bit wary. Oh, a life elixir. Restores health to full. That's going to be very useful for a skull cabin. Barryite. The best specimens resemble a desert rose. Clay. Germanite. Gunther can tell you more if you donate it. Erinite. Gunther can also tell you more, but okay, let's see if he wants any of it. Oh, it also be the way to invest it. Buy property and rent it out. Yeah. I'd want to make sure I was renting out for a fair price, though. I don't want to profit out of people that are just weren't lucky enough to win the lottery. So I'd keep rent quite low. No gifts. Okay. We'll go to the Jojo Mart. But yeah, honestly, just being comfortable would be nice. And yeah, I'm doing just fine, but it would be nice to not have to think. Oh, it needs to be silver quality wine. Okay. I want to say sneaky, but you did already tell me it needed to be silver, so annoyingly less sneaky. Do a bit of smashy smashy. Every time I walk in here, I keep wanting to hit the spacebar to jump. There isn't a jump button here, but there's something about it that I feel like there should be. Oh yeah, can't go across. Eat the mud. Ominous sounds. That's what we're looking for. maxed out mining, so it's not for the XP, it's just we're a little bit low on a few ores, so we haven't really got the rest of a plan for the day. So we might as well. Ooh, diamonds. Thank you. It'll be so nice one day where the stream room's set up and I won't have to turn to the right just to see the chat on the screen. Have everything set up a bit more so I can glance rather than physically turn. It's coming soon. Getting there. And hopefully I'll be able to easily add a third monitor. Admittedly, I don't even know what to do with a third monitor. Probably just leave Discord open or something. But while I have a third monitor available, it seems daft not to. Okay. Not you lot, okay. I think that's it for the fancy stuff. They're not bad going. We got a diamond. I think, actually, won't tomorrow be winter? Sorry, Alex, I thought you weren't looking. My bad. We've done well. Not a huge amount of progression, but enough. Oh, let's get the cheese and mayo. Bread, probably keep a bit, no, a fair bit of stuff. For that, yeah. Yeah. Let's cut down some trees. Might as well use up the energy from the rest of the day. Chat, I hope you're having a lovely day. It is 1:40 PM here, so soon need some lunch. I hope you've got a good lunch planned. Mine is still the very vague chicken and rice something. Luckily I do like chicken and rice, but I do probably need a bit more of a plan. Just did a solo Black Rock depths run and got lost for the last quarter, so I had to get my partner to guide me through it. Oh, Good job with a solo run, though. But I'm glad he was there to get you out of the jam. Some of those dungeons are really easy to get lost in. I need to get back to WoW. I'd started a classic character sometime in the last couple of weeks, and I haven't really played it much because tired. Trying to think, what did I think? It was a warlock. I've never played a warlock for particularly long, but it's part of my aim to be get out of my comfort zone, try some different classes, just play something that isn't a hunter. Because as we all know, I am obsessed with playing a hunter. The vast one indeed. I've been enjoying Warlock a lot. That's good. But yeah, it is a big one. It's going to be a confusing one. One monitor for the game, second for the streaming software, third for Twitch chat and events, fourth Discord and other stuff. You can even consider 5 monitors because the fifth can be used for programs like MSI after, but I don't think my head could handle more than 3. 3 feels like that's going to be quite a lot. But yeah, I mean, if your brain works that way, more is more. But I think also financially, the third one is the peak. Because really I'm going to have a 3 monitor setup because I happen to have a third monitor. If I had to buy the monitor, I might not do that. But luckily, I somehow have a spare. I don't think I can handle more than 2 monitors. Yeah, I think 2's pretty good for everyone. And thank you for the follow. We have anonymous follows here. Welcome in. Yeah, I think 2 probably works for most people. I know now I struggle to go back to 1 monitor. Because sometimes I have to work just from my laptop. I can't handle that. But I don't know. I mean, I suppose ultimately, probably if I had the money, I'd give a 5 monitor setup a go. Maybe. Because more is more. I played WoW last night for the first time in a week. I've been so busy working all week. But yeah, that's what it's been like for me. There's just been other things to do. And yeah, but thinking about it, I haven't really got anything to do this evening, so that might be a good bet. But yeah, I think a 3 monitor setup will be good. I'll probably, certainly chat or something will go on the 3rd monitor. The key thing is, it would just be nice to not have to keep looking to the side. Because I have to look to the side at the moment because space, basically. We are now in winter chat. Winter. Glorious, glorious winter where basically all the crops are going to be dead. So that's nice. It's Krobus' birthday though, so we're going to do something for him. You need a setup like the architect in the Matrix. See, but my problem is I'd get distracted. I have enough trouble getting distracted now. But my ADHD would go insane. It'd be, should I look there? Should I look there? And it'd just be constantly... I would never be able to focus. Yeah, I love a massive curved monitors too. But I think you have to get the angle just right of where you sit. And that might be off-putting. But chat, this is where we're going to leave it. Because the first of winter seems like a good time to kind of take a pause. Come back and see what we're going to do for the rest of winter. But yeah, I'm tentatively hopeful. I'm on track. Yeah. Because the roof's getting done now. The wall is definitely drying out, which is good. And then there's just quite a process of things. Because there still needs to be electrics fitted. The ceiling still needs to be fixed. Needs to be a floor, a carpet. And yeah, there's various bits and pieces. But I think I'm getting there. Because I don't think that, yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of flat pack furniture in my future. But luckily, I share a house with a mother who somehow, for some bizarre reason, loves assembling flat pack furniture. So as long as I can carry it upstairs, she's going to be so keen. I don't know why. But she seems to love building furniture. Which, yeah, Cool. That's fine with me. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to wrap things up for one day. We have had a good little stream, good little catch up. We've accomplished a few bits and pieces. I mean, what have I achieved? What was on my notes? We sorted out the goblin problem with a void mayo. We got a fish pond. I do need to catch a sturgeon now. I think that is a winter fish, so I think that will be the start. Annoyingly, I've utterly wasted the ancient seed because I didn't know better. I didn't realise it was going to vanish in winter, so good job me. But we'll get back on that. You live, you learn, you sigh despairingly as there's some stuff that passes you by. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. I'm going to be back Thursday with more of this. Saturday, we're going to be playing a couple of different things. We're going to play Tiny Bakery, which I played a demo of a couple of months ago. They very kindly sent me a code for it. And they also sent me 2 codes to give away to viewers. So Saturday, there's going to be a giveaway for that. And also, we're going to play a game. The name has completely gone out of my head, which isn't an insult on the game. It's solely down to my memory. What is it called? Treetopia. Treetopia? Or Treetopians. Which also looks very cozy. So that's gonna be a demo of that on Saturday. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. But Thursday for now, Stardew. That's going to be at 11 AM UK time. So it's going to start 30 minutes later than usual because I've got to go to the gym. And if I start at 10:30, it's going to be a rush. And basically the first 30 minutes are going to be me eating a sandwich. If not. But yeah, have a good one all. Have a lovely rest of your day and bit of the rest of your week. Thank you all for the follows and thank you for the subs, Ozzy and QT. I think it's all caught up. And thank you, Jezza, and J-Luz, and Hannah, and Bib, and Jones, and Gloel, and everyone else. Thank you, Ozzy. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, and it's good to see you, Bib. I keep meaning to catch your streams, and it has been such a manic time lately. But hopefully everything's calming down now, so I'm going to be about a bit more. Thank you, G-Force. Let's get some raid messages up. This one. First one is for subscribers. Second one is for followers. Let's find somebody to raid. As always, we try to raid people we haven't raided for a little bit. Try and keep it varied. Who should we raid over to? There are always so many options. Also, we'll try and find somebody who isn't just about to finish. Because I looked and went, oh, they're great. And then went, no, they tend to wrap up about now. What about... Look at my list. How to realise you follow a huge amount of people sometimes. What about if we head over to Cave Mobster? Cave is lovely. Only tends to stream on a Monday, and at the moment is mostly streaming biking. They do a lot of bike simulator stuff with Zwift bikes. They're really cool. Cave is just a very kind, lovely, warm-hearted person. So we're going to head over to her. And also, she used to stream a lot of World of Warcraft, so we can all quietly hope that she starts streaming World of Warcraft again. Thank you, Measure. I hope the colonoscopy goes okay for you tomorrow. I hope it finds, well, either finds what you need it to, or gives you a nice all clear. Whatever you need the colonoscopy to do for you, I hope it does. So, yeah, because I know how rough colonoscopies are. And how varied it can be in terms of what you want from it. But yeah, I will see you all Thursday. Take care, rest well, treat yourself, get yourself a nice snack. Do nice things for yourself, even if life's kind of hard. Yeah, do something, yeah, little things add up fast. The tough part is over, I'm glad. Yeah, just say hi to Cave and see you all soon.